I'd be down to go drink for drink tonight. We might have to take a pit stop and go get some more alcohol halfway through, but because I got a med card, a medical marijuana card in high school in California.
Hell yeah.
Nug MD, baby.
It says Dr. 420 on the back. I'm not even kidding.
All right, what's your favorite Let's Run thread ever?
One where I got death threats.
That was a good one. Carter Centro. Carter Centro
He's
saga.
your move Centro.
Spill the juice now that we're a little tipsy. How much does Cole Hawker make in a year?
$1 over 3 years. The part for me
like-
where the camp
like
really
a
got
month.
serious was when I had to write an abuse and molestation insurance policy, and I copied the Eugene Little League one off a PDF, and I was.
That's resourceful.
And I was just like, dude.
I like it.
And I was sitting there doing this like, this can't, if I don't work, this camp is not going to work.
Well, shit, how do we kick this off?
I don't know. Is this what even episode is this? 55?
56.
56.
We're a year
Over a
in.
year.
In. More than an episode a week for an entire year.
How many beers do you think we drank in the past year?
Just on the podcast?
At least
On the
56.
podcast.
Five
At least.
to
For
10.
sure one
5 to 10
episode.
per episode.
Are you serious?
No, 5 per
That
episode.
many?
5 per episode.
On average, yeah.
3 to 5.
What's the most in
5.
one episode?
That was probably like episode 3 that never got published.
Because you drank.
There was an
Because
episode.
we were absolutely hammered.
With who?
Who was it with? Yeah.
We
was
just did
just
an
us two.
episode, the
Oh.
two of us, before we could get guests, and we finished a 24-pack
Okay.
between the two of
Wow.
us. So that was, a big
what
day.
guest have you been the most hammered with?
Craig and Eric,
Okay.
right?
Oh, dude, Craig drank us under the table.
Well, it's got to be in person, and they're the only ones that like went drink for drink with
Yeah.
us. So,
Yeah.
we couldn't keep up with Craig actually. So,
That was
I might, if
impressive.
we're gonna, I'd be down to go drink for drink tonight. We might have to take a pit stop and go get some more alcohol halfway through. But
You got your
That's all right.
You got your hotel guy bringing up water. Ask if he can bring up a 30.
We got a
rack.
text Bob bringing us water. So
Hey, bro, you got any 40s down there?
Edward 40 Hands episode would be high.
dude, Edward 40 hands on the
Ooh.
pod.
That'd be
on
hard
that.
with the mics though.
Yeah, that's true. Oh shit, that's right. You could duct tape the mic like to your chest or something.
Tripod.
Gotta roll out the lobs for that.
All right, well we should probably introduce the guests, right? We got
Absolutely.
a hell of a crossover episode
put some
here
names
with.
to voices to names.
All right, so we got the new gen crew, which new gen we just learned is into the White Claw, not the beer. So
Seltzer.
Seltzer.
Not, okay, just in general seltzers. All right. So who wants to introduce themselves first? How about the head honcho here, Ben? You wanna go first?
Yeah, my name's, as Chris said, Ben Crawford. Yeah, got Carter Christman with me on my
I
left.
can say my own name.
Joe Hale on my
Carter
right.
Christman.
Gosh, like put some respect on my name when you say it.
Who's sitting to my right?
Joe Hale.
Joe Hale in
Yeah.
the house.
Yeah.
Man.
Yes. It's good to be in Chicago. Good to do this
for the
podcast.
marathon.
Thank you for having us.
I've been wanting to
Yes.
do this podcast for a while.
I know we've been talking about it since the early days.
I know. Me and Cooper were like, "Oh, we're gonna do one during NCAA's or the trials." And then he went and does one with Cole. And I'm like, "Man, you guys, you'd had one beer. Like, come on."
Did you drink on it?
Did he?
He had one.
Yeah.
He had one.
Did
He
Cole
had one
drink?
beer.
No, Cole. No.
Okay.
There was a video version. He didn't want to,
Yeah.
put himself in a guilty position. But
He's
Yeah.
not 21.
yeah, I think that was Cooper's spring. It was your guys' spring break.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why. That's
Oh,
how
I
we
definitely
wanted
watched
to
that
have
when
a
he was
beer,
on
but-
out somewhere home or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Me and Cooper were always talking. We'd be like, "Oh, I want to go on and just get shit faced." Just like absolutely.
Well,
plastered.
here's first opportunity of many to come. This can be a recurring thing if you want it to be.
Oh yeah.
And for anyone tuning in on YouTube, we got a pretty jank setup here, just chilling in the hotel.
I don't even know where
On the bed.
You're sitting on a pommel horse.
I'm literally sitting on a pommel horse.
Oh my god!
Man, is this gonna be like a running episode or is this gonna be like an after dark episode?
It was Adam and I have this new series that's going to be part of the
So
Good Mile podcast.
we started the podcast because we were like, oh, we should like get drunk and talk to pro runners, and then we were like, why don't we just get drunk?
well, because the pro runners typically don't like to talk savage with
Yeah.
us
Yeah,
yeah,
as
yeah.
much as we would like.
Okay,
So
I
then
should make, like, a
so we're now
Patreon.
we're going to like start our own separate series that's just anyone that wants to talk savage, which is going to mostly be ourselves.
Yeah.
But it'll also be other guests, anonymous guests. People can come
Ooh.
on anonymous if they want.
You're gonna have like the voice, like
Yeah,
the
the
like the
NPC.
murderer voice, like the Well,
60 minutes when they cut it over. It's like,
So yeah, this is kind of like a mixture of the two, you could say. A little bit of both.
Yeah, we'll do it like
Running-
an album that's the cover that's
Late
split in half.
afternoon.
when
Yeah,
Ben
like-
starts getting out of pocket, you can do the voice cover up, and no one will know what
Oh
it is.
shit!
Your
Somebody,
water's here.
Joe's
somebody
water.
ordered
Oh,
a
my
30
water.
rack.
Someone's at the door.
Postmates
30
30 rack
rack
to the
has
hotel.
arrived.
Arrived.
It would have been too hard to like relay the empty base. No,
Do you guys just like drink straight out of the bottles solo yourself?
I drank. I was drunk last night, and before I went to bed, I was
just slammed a
like,
fucking.
a full one. I ordered one. I was like, I don't want to be hungover tomorrow.
Yeah.
I just drank an entire one of those, and afterwards was like, oh, I felt good.
Dude, last night I took that like I was drunk enough to be like super hazy, but sober enough to mix my Gatorade in my big ass water bottle.
It's a successful
and chug that.
night.
Yeah.
That was a fun night.
Yeah, man, it's not good waking up with a headache. I remember the days back in high school when we used to not get hungover.
I miss not getting hungover.
Yeah,
Just don't get
Those
hungover.
were good days.
Young buck.
you've never gotten hungover before,
Don't get hungover. Yeah.
dude.
You don't
That's
drink enough.
No, I do.
It's impressive.
Joe. We're gonna get you hungover tonight.
All right.
Yeah, the goal of the podcast is to get
we
Joe
got a big day
hungover.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I tried to do a long run this morning, and I made it 12 miles. It was
That's
supposed to
pretty
be
good.
17.
That's a long run.
Still
That
good
counts.
12 and
enough.
over is a long run.
Yeah.
what was the
Yeah.
goal?
17.
No.
Yeah.
After 3 a.m. night, though, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it wasn't happening.
What time did you run?
I waited until like 1 p.m. when it was super
It was
hot
hot
too.
as fuck.
And you raced yesterday.
And
last
I raced.
night.
I mean, kind
last
of
night.
raced.
One.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a mile is like
Kind of raced.
I mean, a mile is
You
so
won.
like yeah, fair.
Was there prize money for that?
I don't think so.
There's just
I
a
don't
kiddie
think-
pool
I
filled
mean,
with alcohol.
I got a free pair of shoes.
Okay.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so did Joe.
So did
I was
I.
giving him a lot of crap for getting
Yeah.
Under Armour shoes.
got it.
He was really excited. I was like, Joe, they're Under Armour shoes. Like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, I
Wasted
just haven't
suitcase
tried them
space.
yet.
Yeah, waste
but-
of suitcase space.
We squeezed everything. We got a tiny little bag, but it's all coming home.
That race was definitely like, I don't know, it was a cool event. I liked how they had the kiddie pool with alcohol.
Yeah.
That was that
Every
was
time
awesome.
I'd go, I'd just be like, okay, I'm gonna put a couple in this pocket.
Oh, you
this
should have grabbed more.
pocket.
There was so much left at the end,
Yeah.
and
Really?
they didn't even want it. They were just going to
They
throw
were
it all
out of the
away.
seltzers real quick though.
Yeah, they did run out of
We
seltzers.
ran through that
Exclusive
thing.
And they ran out of the
Yeah.
Mickey Ultras too. All they had left was like
we
IPAs
don't
and
care
summer
about
I'd
shandies.
rather have Mickey's than a
Dude,
Mickey's
had-
Ultra.
the 312 shandies.
I
I
had-
think I shotgunned like 3 of them.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
horrible.
Ugh, what'd you guys think of that DJ?
That was so, dude. Okay, the DJ reminds me of our Uber driver. like I just wrong time, wrong place.
Can we talk about how terrible Uber drivers in Chicago are?
Joe will
Because
die on this
Yeah,
hill.
let's hear some of these horror stories.
Yeah, let's dive in.
So first guy, who was that first guy? I can't remember.
Oh, the Shake Shack.
Oh, it was the Shake Shack guy. So we call an Uber. Well, we don't even call an Uber. We get an Uber called. We're standing outside where he was supposed to be. Just parks
Paul Moser
100
calls the Uber.
Yeah,
Name
parks
drop.
parks 150 feet up the street. We were like standing out there. We just get a screenshot for where he's supposed to be. We don't even get the actual Uber. And we're just waiting there. We're like, where is he? And then we hear some guy honking, just ripping the horn from that
he was
far
so
away.
Oh man,
He was pissed.
He was pissed. And he comes whipping by. And we had to like run after him, and he was just ripping the horn past the hotel where we were. We finally tracked him down, and then he was just in a bad mood. And we get out, and he goes, "You better give me 5 stars." Just drove away.
Give him 5
Yeah.
stars.
yeah. Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, you hate to see it getting bullied into giving in a 5-star review.
Seriously,
My Uber passenger rating is only 4.8 stars. I don't know where I went wrong.
that's actually pretty good. I think.
Mine's consistently gone down since college.
Since college, that is
surprising.
I had a
surprising.
friend-
Yeah. You think
I've
those would be the
I've
worst
stopped giving a
days?
fuck.
if you follow Track Jeans on Twitter, used to DoorDash, but would just steal people's drinks in the process. And would just
That's a terrible thing to. He's like, why the drink? Like, steal
because he just wanted a
fries or
Coke. He was
something.
like, bro, pro tip, just steal the Coke in DoorDash, and they'll never
they'll
know.
get a refund and you get a free Coke.
And he was like, you'll never know. And then someone gave him a 1-star review and he can't DoorDash anymore. But that's besides.
For one star review?
Yeah, it's
or
like,
is
it's
it
like lowers your
consistent?
rating so much. That's like
Oh.
if you're under like a 4 or 6, you can't even do it.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, I've always wondered about that when you look at the Uber drivers and they've got thousands of ratings and they're all like 4.99 or
Yeah.
5. I'm like, how does like no one giving
I
them
mean,
a
I
one?
It's
feel-
because
I
they
always
bully
wondered that.
people into giving them a 5
I-
star.
I-
How many
only
drives
ever
do you do a
given 5
night?
stars.
That's true though. Yeah, even when I hate the person, like maybe
their
I'll give them
livelihood.
4 stars instead of.
Oh,
Yeah, 5. Like,
quick
if you're-
question.
if
What'd
you're
you
under-
rate? What'd you rate this person?
Oh, 5, of
tonight?
course.
5 stars. Yeah.
Yeah, so on the way here on our Uber, we went clubbing basically, and
Like reggae, fucking
Disco ball
Trinidadian
in the
clothing.
van.
He had he had a YouTube DJ set up.
No way.
Like,
Sick.
Going and he's
So
like
he went all out.
on the steering wheel like turning the dials and shit. Oh yeah,
Bro,
he was dangerous.
he's
He
working
was,
2 jobs at once.
yeah. He was like getting after
He's
it.
got a Twitch stream set up, accepting donations on the side while he's Ubering.
I was
I was thinking that. I was like, damn, dude, you should just like have another phone that's recording you and you're on Twitch. Because like,
I would watch that.
What's the one show
sick.
that was on like MTV and was like, was it
I
Cash
ride?
Cash Cab?
Yeah.
That was a great
Yeah.
show.
That was
Yeah.
Bang Bus? I'm kidding.
that's
Never
like-
been on there before.
Never seen that one.
Cash Cab is funny. Like it's kind of up there with Wheel of Fortune, where you're like, why are these people winning like only $1,800?
Right.
Like what the fuck is
But it
wrong
was
with
also
this
like a
show?
10-minute cab ride.
Yeah, but like you have other dumb shows where it's like, oh,
Yeah.
you could win $1 million, and these people are like actually answering trivia questions. And
Hey,
getting,
I
like-
mean they're trying to profit. The
Fair.
show creators all about that profit.
I had a crazy Uber story, or not. I wouldn't say it's like that crazy, but this is back when I used to work for the Oregon track team. We're in Arkansas. First time I'd ever been like into the South like that, and it's me and like 4 of the sprinters. We're going to Waffle House. And it's
hell yeah.
it's like 1 a.m.
Fuck yeah.
We get this Uber, and the Uber had karaoke, and it was like this really old white man, and he like gives, he's like you want the aux, like play something. I forget what song they played. It was some like song the Uber driver probably never heard before.
oh no.
And it was. I just remember like Snapchatting and being like, I love this job. I was like, this is so good. Was shortly relieved of my duties like a year later, but very fond of that memory. Also did some other things on that trip that it's okay. Questionable things.
Yeah.
Questionable things.
So you guys are in Chicago. What's the occasion for each of you to be here?
The marathon.
I mean the marathon, but like what specifically are you guys doing here? Are you guys just here for the free trip and getting to hang out?
Yeah, and making content and making connections too.
Yeah.
I've always heard 95% of business is done at bars, and then
I mean,
That's
we're doing
kinda-
business
that's
right
kinda
now.
true.
I would
For
call
real.
this business.
It's a hotel bar.
seriously no, but yeah, just Tim Rossi works for Nike's.
Yeah, future podcast guest coming on in a couple
Yeah,
weeks.
seriously.
Shout out Tim.
Shout out to
He's the
Tim.
best.
Hooked
We
it
love
up,
him.
Hooked it up absolutely fatty style with this weekend. Getting to come out here, hotel, getting some cash, getting some gear, getting to
Hang out with the Nike athletes.
hang out with the Nike athletes,
That's
get to
dope.
go into the
Yeah.
Nike HQ, and they had like a creator studio set up, and so we were able
They
to.
set us up nice.
Yeah, they set us up real nice.
We literally
Yeah.
feel like pro athletes.
Yeah.
Like,
That's great.
it's
Yeah.
crazy.
0 to 100 real quick, especially considering earlier this week I was in class, just like, and I was like, this sucks. I'm in a philosophy class, and I was like, when it's the break halfway, do I
yeah.
just get up and leave? And
That's
was
how I
like,
feel my advertising classes. I'm in like intro to advertising. And I'm like, I really got to sit through this and then go on the weekend, go travel and do all that shit.
And do advertising.
Yeah, do advertising, but like actually, and not just read a textbook. But
Yeah, that's the thing too. Is like I see a lot of these kids in my journalism programs, and so I'm like, I just like what do you want to do after college? Like, what's your plan? Like, I don't know. And they'll be like, oh, I work for the student magazine. And it's like,
Oh shit, that's sick.
yeah, like that's really dope. Like that's super cool. You like, I don't want to shit on kids too hard, but it's like everyone's doing their thing. But yeah, I mean, catch my drift. But sorry,
No, I think like there's a lot of college kids that take themselves too
way
seriously.
too seriously.
Yeah.
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 Like, oh yeah, actually, like I'm an intern at Amazon. Like, oh, so like
You work in a sweatshop.
you literally like what, did they ship you over to like China as their fulfillment center? Or?
Still get there in 2 days.
Actually, I read Excel, so
I'm really good at Excel. Too bad I use Google Sheets.
How about you, Joe? Are you doing the whole independent photographer thing at this point?
kind of, I'm here associated with New Gen this weekend.
Yeah,
so
we were it was me and Carl, and I was like, yo, like we need a photographer out here, and I was like, yo, Tim, like get Joe out here, like. I was willing to make some serious sacrifices financially to get Joe out here.
Like you'd only have to give me like 2 pairs of shoes.
Yes.
And,
Yeah,
and you know the
yeah, and then
3-star
Tim was-
hotel instead of the
And
4-star.
then Tim was like, yo, like we'll like throw like this extra stuff in so you guys can get Joe here. And I was like, oh hell yeah. Like we're about to okay. Like I wasn't gonna do it for
Dude,
the same
and
price.
he texts us today, and he's like, let me get your address so I can send you like a thank you gift. Like,
Yeah, like,
Tim,
no,
you've
let
given
us
us way
send you
too
a
much
thank you
already.
You gave me a pair of off-whites. Like, it's cool.
Like, we don't need any more. We promise.
I feel like that's how
we love you.
That's how so many people in the running community are. You're
Yeah,
just
everyone's so nice.
so
like,
nice.
yo, I'm just happy to be here. They're like, hey, I need to send you more shit.
It's like, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what I couldn't believe about that Under Armour All Out Mile last night. It's like no cost to get in. You didn't even have
There
to
was
sign
no cost to
up.
get in.
Free booze. It was free to
Free
enter.
empanadas.
Free
Free
empanadas.
empanadas.
Free I mean a DJ, but free DJ, like
Free dancing.
free shoes,
Free vibes.
free shirts. Free vibes. Like
I still can't tell if it was a smoke machine or a giant vape. I'm not sure.
I felt a little high after I inhaled that shit. So definitely affected my race in a good way.
Hey, man, it's legal.
It's
It
true.
is legal in Illinois. That is true. That's
Made sure to look at that up before you came.
no.
All right.
I've been clean for a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, dude. That was one thing. I feel like Joe. I feel like that was one thing you did when we first did meet for the first time last summer. That might have surprised you about me.
Yeah, probably. So we were saying earlier, I became friends with Ben like freshman year of high school because he was running Do Mile, and I saw it, and I was like setting up Chocolate Milk Mile with my friends in New York, and I DM'd him on Twitter. And then we were like internet friends for 4 years, and we didn't meet in person until like last year, which was just fun.
That's
We were
wild,
just in
yeah.
Boulder filming stuff, and I was like, would hit him and be like, "Hey, you want to come take photos?" Because he was working
Yeah.
for doing Tinman.
Yeah,
stuff at the
so
time.
I do like Tinman workout in the morning, like Tuesday, Friday, and then like every other day of the week I just follow Ben. And just
Yeah, and it would be
try
like
out.
it was just like so standard. Like get in the car, it's just like, okay, we've known each other like for all this. There's just like
Yeah.
it's the boy. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah, you fit in so well with us.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like,
I forgot that's the
unreal.
first time I met you too.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
this summer.
but yeah, and it was. Yeah, that was like a crazy time. Boulder, pandemic Boulder, summer
Pandemic Boulder.
2020 was just insane.
Energy will never be challenged.
That's
ever.
that was just there were so many people in the right place at the right time with a lot of stuff going on, and it was cool, and there are a lot of people's paths have gone different ways since then.
Right.
But that time will always be
Kicked off a lot of careers in the
I
running.
think so.
and
For
ended a
sure.
lot of careers.
Fair.
Yeah. But
Dude,
yeah.
you know what's fucking hilarious is just like at Tinman Coach on Instagram posting results from races.
Yeah, and
Like it feels like I'm watching my dad like over-assert himself at like a t-ball game.
Wait, so are you still affiliated with Tinman or no?
Like, yeah, I'm shooting for them this weekend for like pictures of Reed.
Okay,
But like I'm not
okay.
currently. I'm
So
just freelance.
what's so is Adam allowed to shit on Tinman?
Oh yeah,
Or no?
legally.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not
some,
gonna-
like facts may be not correct from what you say, but yeah.
Yeah,
Joe won't comment on
I'm
everything.
not saying
but-
the group. I'm saying
Oh, I'm not spitting facts. There's only opinions.
I'm actually saying Tinman Coach in this
Oh.
case. Like, it's funny when he posts the results and he's like, oh, whatever. This person ran the race. They only tempoed it because they listen well. Like, they listened to my advice. Coach, and, like implying that Tinman Elite. Like,
And then
didn't
every
listen to him or something,
That's my favorite.
every post about Morgan
So
Pearson is just, and Morgan was the most loyal, never blamed it on anything
Yes,
else. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, like doesn't place blame on his coach.
Yeah.
Like, he just goes and works hard. So
Not
like
like
when,
those other
when he says
athletes.
stuff like that, I'm just like, man, he's really angry about this shit.
Just tag them in the photo.
Also, the
the
thing is
subtweets
too,
in.
Morgan Pearson, like one of the most like straightforward, like dry people, like just get like I don't know, like on social
Yeah.
media, especially to an even person, like great guy. But sometimes you're just like not like totally maybe tuned in as much, like maybe didn't grow up with as much social media, and you see a lot of this mental health stuff on social media. And during the Olympics, he was feeling down about myself after my individual race, told my teammates to say they believed in me and were proud of me, like it worked. And I was just like, this is like the most like I don't even know how to say, but it's just like that's like what everyone says, but it's like the root of it. Like I don't even like LeBron James, like and all these people will have like these really long, deep like posts and whatnot. Warren was just like, I just asked my teammates to say they were proud of me and it worked. it's just like that's the American spirit.
Why does he kind of sound like a boomer with that? Like,
Seriously though.
super boomer.
Seriously.
it's
and
like, yeah, I just fucking did it, you know,
Yeah.
like, sorry.
yeah, like, I was feeling depressed. Had people tell me I'm not depressed, and I wasn't depressed anymore. It's like,
Solve that right quick.
and it's like that's. I'll drink to that.
yeah, that's for sure.
One thing I was wondering about Tinman, or I guess photography in general.
Yeah.
So like, are you like salaried by Tinman, or is it
yeah.
all?
So I was
okay.
for like the past year.
I've always wondered how that structure works.
Yeah, so I was never paid by Adidas. I was paid by Tinman Elite.
Got it. Okay.
So I was an employee of Tinman Elite, not Adidas.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, so like photography in general, like how to someone like Courtney White too, who's like doing it at all these meets and whatnot. Is it like you get paid per photograph that gets purchased, or like
it kind of depends. Like I'll get people will reach out to me and it'll be like paid per event, or like a brand will usually do like license a photo.
Got it.
For a certain like poster or Instagram post or something like that.
Yeah. So is it kind of? It seems like it'd be very like somewhat volatile.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
Because you could have like the
I'll
picture
have like
of
a
the year,
sick
you know,
week or a sick month, and then the next
Yeah.
month like. What is it? Like Portland Track Fest, like kind of weirdly, was like one of my biggest months ever. And
Really?
like,
Okay.
Those photos have gotten the most mileage. People still post those all the time. But there's other meets where it's like the week after, dry, never make
Interesting.
any more money. No one
Interesting.
posts a photo from that
After
again.
like a huge weekend, what's the dumbest shit you've ever bought? Just like on the money high, you're like,
just
fuck.
more camera gear. I'll post like
Invest in myself.
I don't really buy anything like
Gary
that
Vee.
stupid. Like I get my enjoyment from playing PS3 games that are like 10 years old. So
Okay,
like,
Bigs 2.
Bigs 2, yeah. that's the latest one. But like, yeah, like I'll just I'm a really bad impulse buyer. I'll like see something and be like, just think about it for like an hour straight and be like, check the bank account. All right, we'll spend
It's
it.
gonna
like,
up my game.
Yeah,
so
like
let's do
I
it.
used like probably the latest one was I used Ben's 1DX2 at trials. Or no, at NCAAs.
Yeah, and me
I was
and
like,
Stone were both like, Joe, like this camera's not worth it. You should not like. We both own this camera. Like we don't
there's
regret
an,
buying
like, get
it, but
the
like,
mirrorless, the new other Canon.
like yeah, you shouldn't buy this camera.
And like a week later for trials, I bought it. And I was like, fuck it. $3,000. There you go. See ya.
It's a write-off.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Exactly.
I mean, if you take one picture with that
Yeah, and
camera,
that's
like
the thing though.
that
Like
goes
you can
so
make
well.
it
Yeah.
back, and it's
Yeah.
like it pays for itself. Eventually.
Yeah, that's nuts. I was So I've always been curious about that. Yeah. Let's talk about this dew mile.
Okay, do mile. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
and then the chocolate
And
milk
chocolate
mile
milk
too.
mile,
Let's
alright.
talk about
Carter,
both
do
of
you
these.
want to? You want to?
I mean, we can both talk about it.
I feel like me and Joe have been on the horn a lot more than
no,
you
I'm
have.
I'm completely fine to just sit back. I wasn't planning.
No, the people want to hear Carter.
If you
Come
want
on,
to hear
Carter,
Carter,
dive
drink-
in, man.
No.
Finish this hazy and then talk about it.
All right.
Carter likes to
So the
position-
Duma was actually.
You got to finish the
how-
hazy if you're going to talk.
Is that how we met? Like that's the first time we met.
We met because basically me and Carter are from the same area in Southern California, Orange County. Not a lot of like really big running fans there.
But Ben knew every single runner in Orange County.
But Carter had this like I went to pre-classic my sophomore year of high school in 2015 when Galen broke the American record.
Oh, nice, yeah.
And that was honestly the moment that sparked my love for track and field because I was like, yo, everyone here like is like cheering every lap of a 10K. Like this is dope.
Yeah.
Like people do that. And then I took a selfie with Galen after the race, and
you're about to really expose me right now.
I already exposed myself, and there's this Instagram account at the time called Rup Fans. It's a Galen Rupp fan page, and it has more followers. Like he doesn't have an official Instagram, so it's kind of like the account.
It's his, yeah.
And I DM it, and I'm like, yo, like just took this selfie with Galen Rupp, and I'm like 14, 15 years old, like riding this high, man, like. And my dad's just like, cool, my son's happy, like took him to this like track meet he wanted to go to, whatever. Like, oh, you set the photo as your lock screen background? That's cool. I guess this trip was worth it. And so we go, he's like, oh, that's super cool. I was like talking to him, and he's like, I forget what he said, but it's something about like, oh, I'm from Orange County too, or something. And then we ended up like seeing each other at a couple meets, and then later that year we just ended up becoming homies. And
Well, Suda and Andrew Suda, who went to Soro with me, which was like 30 minutes south of Ben.
Yeah.
We started this event called the Dew Mile, and it was just going to be with our high school. And then it started getting some traction, and Ben liked the idea, so he hit us up, and he was like, "Hey, I want to help out."
I saw it, and I was like, "This is fucking sick."
Like, yeah.
This is dope.
So we were internet friends, but then
A lot of internet
like,
friends.
I mean, that's the generation.
Gen Z,
right?
man.
Right.
Gen Z.
I mean, we're technically all internet.
And you remember we met at like a Red Robin or something.
Jimmy Rocket.
Oh, Jimmy Rocket. Just as bad. Either way.
In Laguna Beach,
In
California.
Laguna Beach, yeah.
Which is like low key, like kind of out of the way for both of
us so far away.
Like, we could have met somewhere way easier.
Yeah, literally at one of our houses.
Yeah.
In the same distance.
Yeah.
And yeah, we hit it off, and then
Little brainstorm sesh.
yeah, and we ended up inviting like the best high schoolers in the state.
Like there's a couple now. Like there was a couple Tinman guys. Like
Yeah.
both, they're former Tinman for both different reasons. But Jeff Thies, Sydney Get a Booty. Austin Tomato, like a lot of like, you know, good Southern California runners at the time where it's like kids who would run an NXN. Like
Hooker was there. That's how I found out
Aiden
about
Tooker,
it. 'Cause
yeah,
he was from
Oh,
my
nice.
area.
And
Yeah.
He
in
posted
New
about it. I was like, yeah. I was like, who is this kid? Or who's this kid putting this on? I was like, oh, Ben, I've definitely seen him before.
Yeah, and we did also like, and if my parents listen to this, sorry, but it would be like, we'd be like, oh yeah, we'll like use like JUUL funds to fly you out, and like we got like these like really cheap tickets for like 3 layover type beat tickets. So we got like,
Which was sick when you were 14.
yeah,
Also,
You got to go to
for the
3
record,
cities and
JUUL
still won.
funds was Ben's bank account.
yeah,
so.
it was like not a thing. And we used we'd get. I mean, this is because we did 3 of them.
Yeah, this was by the third one.
Yeah, the third one was like by far the best.
Yeah.
And I was the halftime show. I broke 3 minutes. It was like right when Kipchoge was doing the whole sub 2 thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was like, yo, like I'll do breaking 3 for an 800. And like I like had like a full like pro kit on and everything, and we did like the pacer groups where it was like there was like 7 pacers for the first time.
Like literally the best runners in the country,
Like all,
pacing
like,
Ben
Brooks
for
PR,
sub 3
like,
800.
Foot Locker guys.
And it wasn't a full 800.
It was like a 300,
It was like
80 meter track.
Yeah.
And they stopped the clock early a little bit too, but it was
We
257.
still got him under.
There we go.
That's all that
257.
matters.
Hey,
There you
and
go.
and then I did, and everyone was like at the line. I was like, "Let's go!" And everyone was like, and that one kid Andrew sort of like gave me a Mountain Dew shower, and then like one of them actually like had a vape at the end too, and they were like, because that was like right when the JUUL had come out.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
that was like that took over high school and college campuses like wildfire.
That was Ben's image.
That was dude,
He
sadly.
was the JUUL god.
Sadly, I'm nicotine. I'm clean of nicotine now. We can say that we've
Well, for
yeah.
the most part.
Like, I'll still like, you know, the drunk cig is different than
That's not it. Yeah.
that's not a nicotine addiction.
Doesn't count.
That's just I'm having a good time.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I follow a Twitter account that's just called @DrunkenSig.
Dude, I know which one you're talking
It's
about.
amazing.
Nothing beats it. I was introduced to the drunk sig for the first time my freshman year at a party, and I was like,
Was it NCAA's?
it was at Taylor's post NCAA's. I was with Finn Gessner. He's like,
yeah.
"Bro, you heard a drunk sig before?" And I was just like,
you were hooked from the
was like
gun
12.
too, because then you
I was like, "Oh my god!" I had a drunk sig last couple of nights actually. Cole made a comment. Was like, "Dude, what number is that?" And then
You get back to your parents' place for like Thanksgiving or something. You're like, "Hey mom, have you ever had a drunken sig?"
Well, the thing is, my parents are both older. Like they were like they're both like almost 70. Like I'm by far the
Okay.
baby of the family.
Yeah.
Like they were like my mom was like remembers exactly where she was when JFK was killed. Type thing, which is like you know.
Yeah.
And so there'll be like a lot of weird things. Like one time, my freshman year of college. Because I got a med card, a medical marijuana card in high school in California.
Hell yeah! Wait, you can get it when you're 18?
Yeah,
in
and
California?
it's the easiest thing ever. You fill out a form online. Within like 10 minutes, some guy calls you and he's like, okay, like, what do you need it for? And he's like a doctor. And you're just like, oh, I have back pain. And he's just like, okay, cool. And you get the card. I'll show it to you too. Fakest thing. Like,
you still have it.
yeah, bro, I've never.
He's like, bro, back pain's the worst.
He's like, he's like, you have trouble sleeping
Actually, I
too?
don't think I've seen
Oh
this.
man,
That photo was
mug
taken on
shot,
Snapchat.
man. Look at that. That's
Dude,
awesome.
Speaking of @drunk sigs, I
Nug MD.
Yeah, yeah, Nug MD.
Nug doctor. Hell yeah,
Look at this.
But
This is good.
dude, so good.
that does look so fake. Oh my god.
And the sticker
Wait,
on
are
the
we
back.
allowed to flash this in the camera?
Yeah, go for it.
Nug MD.
MD, baby.
The thing on the back is like Willy Wonka's
No,
golden
it's literally
ticket,
says, what
like,
does it say? Like,
Stickers from the
it says
dollar
Dr.
store.
420 on the back. I'm not even kidding.
how is this a legal ID?
And I would, anyways, so like you'd get like I like had my weed stash under my bed and like a pipe and like there was like probably like I don't know half of an eighth in there or something. And I'm at college my freshman year and my mom and there's like a grinder in there. My mom's cleaning out my room and she calls me or texts me and she's like a picture and she's like, what is this, like what is this weed and this glass penis? And it's like the pipe. And I was just like, no mom, it's a pipe, I swear. Like all this stuff.
I swear to God, I'm smoking weed. I'm not gay.
No, and she's just like, oh, okay. And I was just like, you can throw it away. She's like, no, it's fine. I put it back. And I was just like, what? Like, what the hell? Literally. And then recently I thought I had totally flown through under the radar with this, but like there was a bunch of like empty dab pen cartridges like in my nightstand, and she was like went in there to like find like a charger or something for my brother. my older brother who was like back home staying for the weekend or something, and she's like, "What are all these things?" And I was like, "Don't worry about it, throw them away."
Mom, it's for asthma. I don't know.
You probably had so many empty JUUL pods
in there.
too.
So many, bro. So many. But yeah, I was just like the funny thing where it's just like, Mom, I swear it's not a glass. I swear I'm not gay. It's weed. I'm a stoner. I'm a stoner.
So weed is cool, but dildo not.
Well,
not
I think
ideal.
it would more so be the thing that I didn't have. I wouldn't have. I didn't feel like maybe she felt like I didn't trust her enough to tell her.
Yeah.
I believe that my mother would love me no matter what. Nothing beats a mother's love.
That's true. That's
Actually, another story. I felt really bad for this, but me and Joe were on this little rickshaw thing, filming our group run 2 days ago, and somehow the button gets pressed on my phone for an emergency call, like an SOS thing.
Oh,
and so she gets a text, and it's like some, really like, oh, Ben Crawford has like pressed the SOS button. Here's his location. Like, you're his emergency contact. And she like calls me like freaking out. And I'm just like, I answer. I'm like, hey, Mom, I'm in the middle of a group run. Like, can I call you back? And she's just like, oh, like it said like the SOS call. And I was just like, oh no, I pressed. And I was like, I'm so, because she was probably worried sick.
She
like,
texted me.
Carter, she texted Carter because it's
Yeah.
like her son's across the country.
She's like,
and
I'm so worried about Ben. I got an SOS call.
text.
Like, please make sure
Yeah.
he's okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I mean,
shit.
and also my mom grew up too with my grandfather was a Korean War veteran and a police lieutenant in Denver. Also, probably part of the Italian mob. Mostly because my mom was like, "Yeah, anything you want, we'd get for free. Like, need new tires? Go in and tell them."
You want a fucking car? Sure. It
No,
might not come
you
with
go in and
plates,
tell
but-
your so and so's daughter, and they'll hook you up. And so yeah, like she was raised like very strict, like very like protective in that sense, not like overbearing helicopters, but just like really cares, and which I'm thankful for. And I feel like everyone looks for. Chris, I saw that you're married. I saw that ring on your finger.
I know.
But I'm
married.
sure when you
Fucking nerd.
when you
Wait, look at your ring finger too.
oh, you're married too. It's a grad ring.
Yeah, I graduated.
That's one thing I saw too. Like back in the day, like one of my because both my parents would like kind of work, so I'd have man nannies.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
And most of the time they'd be like my brother's like homies who like didn't go away for college. And my parents would just like be like, "Hey, can you like drive them to baseball practice?"
Yeah, that's probably cooler.
We'll,
That's
give,
sick,
we'll
yeah.
give you a 6-pack of beer.
No, literally. Literally.
Yeah.
But one of them like had a class ring on, and I was like, "Yo, like, is that a Super Bowl ring?" Like, well, I was like super confused. He was like, "No, it's a class ring." I told my mom. My mom's like, "Well, that's for people who are excited that they graduate high school." Like all this stuff.
Dude, straight up, when I graduated high school, I was on my dad's side. I was the first generation. My brother and I were the first gen that went to college. And when we graduated high school, I was like, "Oh, yo, these class rings are fucking dope." By the way,
It's gonna give me
listeners,
so much pussy.
they're not dope. And I remember both my parents saying like, "Yeah, so like here's the thing about class rings. They're like $300 and they're for people who like aren't going to college." And I was like, "Oh, I get it now." All right, okay.
I wonder if they
Justin's trying to get their bag.
One time too, I forget, we were at Christian Worley's house, and this is like summer. This is like winter break my freshman year, or maybe sophomore year. And there's some kid. This kid was a year younger than us, and I was also, for reference, like I was homies with like all of Carter's high school team because
Ben was essentially just a
Yeah.
part of my high school team.
no one on my high school
Yeah.
team gave a shit about running. They'd be like, Steve Pre-Fountain, like who's that? Like running.
Oh my God.
Pre-fountain.
They'd be like, running's weird, bro. Like, why would you like watch running for fun? Like, I'm only doing this so I don't have to do PE type stuff. And
Yeah, for
and
sure.
and all of Carter's like me and Carter, we'd watch like these like the IAAF championships, the back when it was the IAAF, it's World Athletics, like the Olympics, all that stuff. And so one kid on his team, we were like over at his house, and like this one random kid that went to the high school, it's like had graduated the year before and is like wearing his Letterman's jacket.
Yep.
So like the thing, and it's just like, dude, like
I was just gonna say the same.
some random person.
You don't remember?
I have no. It like wasn't anyone that like
We knew?
No,
Okay.
it was like one of Christian's friends.
Was I there?
I don't know. Maybe I'd like definitely gone to Christian's house a few times when you weren't
hung
there.
out with Christian like more
Yeah.
than I did by the end.
Yeah, Christian's parents kind of let him do whatever he wanted,
Yeah.
so there was always good times at his house.
I was just thinking that the
had
Letterman
one
jacket is
house,
just
so
like the class ring.
Oh,
It's
no,
like,
No, that's what I. Yeah, it's literally.
I got one and
My
I wore it
parents
like
never
a
let me
couple
get one.
times and I was like, I feel like a douchebag wearing this.
I
And
regret
now it just
getting
looks
It's
one
cool when
so
you're wearing
much.
it, like when you're in high school and you wear it like at a football
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
But then like you graduate high school and you're just like instant douche.
Yeah.
Did you just do
never
cross
went
country
to-
track in high school, or do you do other sports?
Just cross country and track. I did.
I wrestled my freshman year.
Oh, there. Oh,
hell
yeah.
yeah,
Wait, you
dude.
wrestled?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I wrestled
yeah.
against
I
a
don't
girl
know
once.
that's got to go on the new gen
Against who?
account.
A girl. So I was
did
like
you
under
lose?
100. I was like,
Did
no,
you
I won.
win?
I was like under 110 pounds.
Oh, you shouldn't beat a girl. That's
Yeah,
mean, man.
seriously.
I was like really scared. I was like, God, if I lose, like I'm
I've
done.
wrestled.
That's true.
against-
I guess it's probably more shameful to
I,
lose than to win.
I
in
took
that
her
case.
down, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, my mom. I don't think it's funny because we've never talked about
Most
this on the
action I got that
podcast.
year.
Yo, dude,
Great year for action.
I was
Great year wise, bro. I was chubbed up the whole entire match.
I was a fiend when I was in 8th grade. I'm surprised we never talked about this on the podcast, but when I wrestled from like middle school to mid high school, and I think in like 8th grade, my mom being pissed at just like the things that happened at me. I wrestled this girl in 8th grade who somehow like had boobs, and my mom swears that when I wrestled her, she was wearing a Victoria's Secret bra. My mom.
I thought you were gonna say like your mom was like swore that I grabbed her boob.
No, my mom was like so mad that she's like, she's wearing like unflattering clothing. I was like, Mom, it's a fucking singlet, dude. I remember like, so I lost.
You
You lost to the girl.
So I lost to a girl wrestling.
because of skill or because of
because of skill. She was actually like,
she was really good.
she's actually like until she hit high school, she was like ranked fairly high in middle school.
What was your weight class?
Ooh, fuck. In middle school, I think I was 112, and then I think in high school I was 125.
Man, fucking yoked.
Absolutely
yoked.
Absolutely yoked.
Absolute unit.
And dude, after I lost, people on my team like hit her up and like slid into those DMs.
Yeah, how did you recover from that in middle school after losing to a girl? I feel like that's like the worst. Like high school, it's like you can kind of get away with it.
I rolled into the locker room afterwards, and I was like, "Oh, that was like I don't even know what to think of that." She was a smoke show, and I lost. Like, what do you do with that information when I got 12, 13 years old, something like that?
Yeah,
and nobody on my team gave me shit because they're all like, "Man, dude, like." Did you like get her number? I was like, no, I fucking lost.
I did not impress her.
Maybe she's a top. Maybe she's a top.
Yeah. We actually starting quarterback on my middle school football team. That one state female. Starting quarterback.
Wow.
She was like a girl that matured early. She was like 6 foot in 7th grade.
What's she
and
up
like,
to now?
What's she doing?
Nothing.
Is she free?
I mean, she was also pretty hot too.
Nice.
Any of my high school friends are listening to this. They're probably like, "Oh, hey, I know who you're talking about."
I remember that. Yeah.
She was very hot, but then then everyone else caught up to her size, and then she like stayed whatever. I don't know. She maybe weighed like 120, 130 in 7th grade, and she probably stayed that weight forever.
Yeah.
Next 5 years.
So it's like, yep, that's it. All right,
Yeah,
no
that's-
more.
I mean,
No more. I think she quit football the next year.
That's
It's
like honestly interesting with girls because most of the time, like you look at a lot of these female runners who will like win like national titles and whatnot their freshman year,
Yeah.
and then it's like go through puberty, you get hips, you're done.
Yeah.
Not breaking 20 again.
That's brutal.
But then that's why like with Caitlin Toohey, it's like, you know, she's been pretty successful at the college level and it's like been like, okay, like it's interesting and like I'm happy for her. I wouldn't say I expected her to maybe do as well as she did because it's just the trend. It was, you know, it usually doesn't happen like that, but you know, more power to her.
Yeah.
Go Wolfpack, NC State.
Did you tell them your nickname in wrestling in high school?
What was it?
The oil checker.
I was gonna say, I was like, is this like an inside joke?
Is that like a Blue Mountain State like
Oh, you don't
oil
know?
change
No, that's
joke?
oil change. Which
No.
Chris actually didn't know the reference to
No.
a few podcasts ago. But oil checking, I feel like Chris only knows this because
Your
explained
dad.
it to- Oh,
yeah.
my
Well,
dad.
you explained it to me because your dad,
It's more of like an Iowa hick wrestling thing, but like
it's probably a good state for wrestling.
Oh yeah, I was really
Iowa,
fucking
yeah,
good at
yeah,
wrestling.
yeah.
Iowa has
Rogan
like
wrestled
the
in high
best
school. He's from
collegiate
Iowa.
wrestling team.
Yeah, it
right?
is.
Yeah.
Iowa wins almost every
PT
year.
Dan always brags about Iowa's wrestling team.
That would be a thing.
PT Dan.
And Garrett's
Dan.
Oh, we
popcorn.
love PT Dan. No, we love PT Dan. No hate to him.
Yeah, facts.
So checking the oil is when like you're, I mean, it can come up in multiple situations, but usually when you're trying to get leverage, when you're either like going for a reversal or this is going to sound like totally random to all of our listeners, but basically you anchor on to the other person with kind of like your thumb in their ass crack.
I knew it had something to do with assholes.
I mean, that's like, listeners, if you can come up with a better description for checking the oil, like email us at info or actually at podcast at beermile.com.
That's right.
you
Yeah,
got the
send us dick
emails.
pics. Let's go.
I don't. We
Whoa, that's
okay, we don't even have custom emails. New Gen doesn't even
I
have
got the
custom
You should
emails.
get an email.
Dog.
It's like really easy.
Does
I'm
New
just
Gen even
waiting.
have an
Yeah.
email, or is it just Crawfish?
It's just my
37?
personal.
Yeah, Crawfish
Dude,
37.
yeah,
hit 'em
if you
up.
pay the $5 a month for
Google
the
Suite.
Google
I'm on that
Suite,
plan too.
You can literally get
Yep.
like 10 aliases for
Yeah.
the same price.
Yeah.
So you just get every alias
Yeah.
that you want.
Yeah.
They all go to the same inbox.
Info,
but, you know.
staff,
Talking about
contact,
press
beer at Beer
support.
Mile.
Beer. Oh, we don't have that one. We should do beer at Beer Mile.
Beer at
Someone write that
for
down.
beer
Podcast
reviews.
at
So,
Beer
write
Mile.
that down. Write that down.
Reviews at Beer Mile. Oh, shit.
Jamie, write that down.
Hey, Jamie, pull that up.
Have you guys gotten free beer from this podcast?
Athletic Brewing sent us some beer. I mean,
sick.
like
We've
we're
had
talking.
we've
We're
had
talking minute. Oh yeah, no listeners.
listener
That's
beers.
You gotta
that's
you gotta have
true.
Corey
That's
Leslie on here.
true. Okay.
Corey
Big
Leslie is
beer
a
guy.
gamer.
Yeah,
Corey
he
Leslie is a
games.
gamer.
I mean, I
Not like video. Like Corey Leslie is down for the action.
I've gotten
Oh,
that
all right,
impression.
all right.
I mean,
And
we
he
saw him at the
I shotgunned
Texas
a
meet.
beer with him at Olympic trials.
Yeah,
Yeah.
At
He
my
like
house.
Ben was like, "All right, you got to come over," and you probably didn't think he was going to. And then
No.
he walked out of the porch.
Gavin
we just
loved
pulled
Corey.
him out and just shotgunned. It was awesome.
Gavin loved Corey, which is a good sign because
Yeah.
Gavin goes hard.
But Corey DM'd like every brewery in Boulder, being like, "Hey, I'm a coach.
the way
I
to do it.
travel to meets every weekend. Give me like 2 6-packs a week. I'll bring them to the meets.
And I'll advertise for you.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'll advertise for you
yeah.
and give your
Drinking
local
on the
beer to
job.
people who from like California. and
Honestly, that's a
Portland.
smart marketing play. It's
Yeah,
like
and he got,
$10
like-
for the brewery to do, but
I forget
yeah.
what he did, but
That's
I
why I'm
don't think
surprised you guys don't have a beer
Yeah, you gotta do something like
sponsorship.
that.
We
you-
don't. We'll
you could
get
just
listeners
bring it to all the
have sent us
debt-
some beer,
guests
but
and then-
like,
Dude, athletic. I don't know.
you got to hit
Does
up.
Athletic have alcoholic beer though?
no, that's the problem. So
Yeah.
we need both. I think we can get both. Like
Yeah.
the
Yeah, who-
Athletic Brewing for like our Monday night recordings,
Right.
and then we got to get like the actual
You got to hit
beer
up.
for
Do you know
Friday,
David
Saturday.
Kilgore? They made their own
Yeah,
beer.
yeah. Oh, they did. Okay.
Yeah, they had him and his friend Brendan. They
He's
made-
on our list of people
Brendan
to
Clark?
get on at some
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
So.
Brendan Clark. Yeah, they made
Brendan
their own beer
JPEG,
together.
yeah.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
pretty sweet.
You know who
yeah.
loves non-alcoholic beer?
Morgan Pearson
And Matt McElroy.
Yeah, triathlete
Really?
guys.
Oh,
I,
Love
honestly,
it.
I was just like, well,
They can
A,
afford the calories.
Well,
What's wrong with
when they
that?
say, oh, like, I don't remember what the
Recovery.
exact day count is, but it's like one sip of beer, one beer is like 15 days fitness, which is cap. It's not true.
Who said
that?
Matt McElroy or Morgan Pearson. They also say, oh, I like the carbs, bro. Just eat pasta. Like non-alcoholic, okay. Like it'd be like being like, oh, I like White Claws because it's a low carb option. Like, okay, so you don't have a dick. No, but they, I was like interviewing them like in 2020 in Boulder, and he had like a I forget if it was like a Busch Light non-alcoholic or a or like
they
an
do make
O'Doul
those
or an
in those.
O'Doul's.
Yeah.
I think it was an O'Doul's, and I was just like, I've only ever seen O'Doul's used in like a joke context.
Yeah.
It's either
yeah.
a joke context or someone who like literally has a problem and they're
yeah.
trying to like wean.
Yeah,
off.
seriously,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
totally fine.
Yeah, it's fine in that setting, but yeah, if you're like drinking it because of taste,
Casually.
it's like that's not.
You're a
No,
weirdo.
no, there's better. There's I'd rather
so
have like
many better
Gatorade or
options.
something.
Yeah.
Water.
I'm not trying to have a beer.
I think like
Pepsi.
a primo option is like have in a 6-pack you have one NA beer and the rest are alcohol.
And
And it's
not
not
marked.
labeled. Yeah,
And it's not marked. Yeah, you don't know which one
just
is which.
rush
Like,
everywhere.
Total
So when
roulette.
you're playing like flip cup or whatever for the night, you at least like keep your pace.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, my pace is the
reasonable.
same.
That
but
is a
I'm
great
not-
idea.
Not blacking
Yeah.
out.
I had this idea for a while, like it'd be probably best for high school. You might be able to get away with it early college, but you get a keg with a non-alcoholic beer in it,
Just watch
and,
people.
and
And
you
see what happens?
and see what because you know there's gonna be some
Placebo.
people who are just
Oh,
like,
dude, everyone's
I'm
had like one of
wasted.
those.
Oh,
Oh, the
parties.
girls will be
wasted,
tripping
yeah.
and being like, "Oh my god, I'm so drunk."
and you're just
you
like,
know
and you're
it,
just
you
like,
know
oh
it.
yeah, this is actually O'Doul's. And they're just like,
Joke's on you.
like, oh, is that made by like Coors or something? And they're just like, no, it's non-alcoholic.
Have you guys have ever had one of those parties in like high school where you're like, oh yeah, like after prom we're gonna have some punch
There's 3
bowl.
beers. No one
Yeah.
tell anybody. No.
Yeah. But like we had punch bowl parties and there was like nothing in the punch and people
just
would
Hawaiian
act,
punch in a bowl.
Yeah, people would act like super fucked up.
That
This is
might
in
be
high
a
school?
Midwest thing.
Yeah.
I think it is probably a Midwest.
You said high school?
yeah, in high school.
Oh, but how did that many people know like what it felt like to be drunk though in comparison?
Oh, in high school. I mean, yeah.
Okay, I guess you went till.
Oh, never mind. Maybe your high school was. I know our high school was like the parents would be drinking with the kids.
Wow.
Yeah,
Type-
LA.
type
Something's
shit.
up in LA. That does not
Yeah,
happen
no,
anywhere
that
else.
is. I was gonna say that did not happen in my life, but
it's literally
okay.
weird. That's why, like, I mean, because neither of my parents are from Southern California. Like, my dad's from Portland, my mom's from Denver, and so like they would always be like, I don't know, like I was friends with a lot of the kids I went to high school with, and my parents were friends with their parents, but it was always like they'd like the parents would have their own parties like together and like ride their kids' bikes so they wouldn't get DUIs.
Such a Newport Beach thing. Unreal.
The kids aren't trust fund babies. The parents are trust fund babies.
Oh yeah.
It's like
second generation.
So and so's grandparents are the founders of the Guggenheim Museum.
Yeah.
We're gonna go on their yacht this weekend. Like, and it's just like
Bring your friends.
Carter, I'm gonna go watch like the like Oxy 10K at your house. Like, my parents are just
we were so cool.
My parents also like my parents have never met Carter's parents.
Yeah, they have.
Oh, one time.
Whenever your dad dropped you off,
We like
in
met
like
at
a
McDonald's
parking lot.
halfway because we lived
Yeah,
far
it
Sounds
away.
like a drug
My mom,
deal. You're like, hey, yo, you
my
want to
mom
drop
drove
Carter
you to
off?
Oxy.
Yeah, it was an Oxy thing.
Yeah, it was an
Devil.
Oxy meet.
But which I think that, well, actually, no, our dads also like work. My dad does, he's an insurance broker for employee benefits, and your dad's a CFO, right? Or
Yeah, he
does
just in
accounting-
finance, yeah.
In finance, but somehow they've like worked together. And like this guy my dad mentored was like, oh yeah, I was working with this guy, Scott Christman, he lives in South Orange County, and he said his son is like a runner and whatnot. And I mentioned that you had a son who was a runner too named Ben Crawford, and he's like, oh, it's my son's really good friend. And he was just like really confused. My dad was like, wait, what? Like that's Carter's dad's the guy we do business with? Like, super random, but I guess it's like, some things are meant
Small
to be.
world.
Small world,
That's
yeah.
right.
Don't you
I
love
know.
it when your parents try to like explain what you do?
Oh, seriously. Well, yeah, for also my parents are at the age where it's like not the age, that makes them sound so old. Like like they're on social media and whatnot, but I have a niece. My sister has kids actually. My sister's 42. And so like I have a niece who's probably a sophomore in high school, and like she was showing that my parents, she's like, oh, like Ben's getting like so many views on these YouTube videos. My parents like that's what it took for my parents to be like, oh, okay, like what he's doing is successful.
Do your parents watch the videos?
Yeah, they do.
Like
I don't want to
every
say
one?
not every single one, but like they'll probably like catch up on it. Like over the summer, I was talking to my mom. She's like, "Oh, I've had vertigo," and I was like, "No, so you haven't watched the videos." But yeah, I know your parents.
My whole family does like viewing parties.
Oh, wow,
there we
Tell
go.
them you should watch it on their own device. I'm trying to get
we
that
can
view
get
count.
more views.
That view
Do they
count.
subscribe as well, or
Subscribe,
Comment.
slap that bell.
seriously, man? I've never slapped a bell for any creator. I will put that out there. I think that's
The
kinda
bell
doing
is
the most.
overkill. I'll say that.
It's like
I don't
like-
need more notifications on my phone.
Well, and it's also
let's
like,
be
what are you
honest.
doing? Where it's like.
I don't subscribe to that many people where I need it. It's like
I
I check my
subscribe-
subscription page and it's like I used to subscribe to like NBA and ESPN, but they put out way too many videos
Yeah,
a day,
yeah.
and I was like, all right, get them out of there. And now my feed's like pretty clean.
Yeah, you can catch up
Yeah.
like every couple days.
Yeah,
If
whenever
I
you feel
like a
it. Yeah.
video, I'll like and subscribe to the creator because I know I want them to like and subscribe to me if they like the video.
I don't think I've ever liked a YouTube video, honestly.
Show.
I don't
never
like
like
very
any of the
many.
new gen videos. Get the fuck out. The door's over there, buddy.
I just
Bro, your
don't
hotel's
like
no
videos.
longer count.
I only like if
Yeah.
I'm like trying to save it.
Like TikToks either. Like
for
Instagram,
later.
I go through and like basically every post in my feed. TikTok's like only if it's a good one. YouTube, I just don't think I ever like it.
That is a good
TikTok-
point though.
and like
on,
Twitter's
how
like
you,
that too.
guys
Where it's
on-
like
you guys on
only a
TikTok?
good one.
Yeah, we don't post a whole lot on TikTok.
I feel like that's like
You used to.
a
I
lot.
follow
Of
you
that's
guys.
the high
we
percentage
did
of the
for a
user
while, and
base.
then I was
so
like,
hard.
is there
It's so
value?
hard.
in
Yeah, I know.
doing
You
this?
need
also
to
just
you
like,
just
I'm
need
gonna
one
look
to
like a
blow
fool.
up.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, okay, so
That's true.
Instagram, yeah, like everything. TikTok, I only like it if I'm like,
I'm gonna
this'll
show
be-
someone later.
Oh, no, TikTok for me, I'm like, I'll like it if I know it'll be good for my recommendation.
Your algorithm,
Yeah,
yes, that's
yeah.
exactly what I do.
But
I'm
yeah,
like,
that's
tech
almost
bro.
the
Yes.
wrong.
I'm like, yo,
That's
show
exactly
me,
what I
Show
do.
me some more dank shit like this. for
Show me
sure.
some more, dude.
Give
also
me some more
there's-
live streams of these seniors in high school. No.
That's what I'm talking, bro. There's a lot of people on TikTok where you're just like, why is this on my For You page? I don't know how old you are. Like,
Yeah.
well, it's also
Dude, when
it's
you
like
first
the trend.
download TikTok, you're like, yo, there's
Charlie
a lot of
D'Amelio. What are you doing on my For You?
You're
Why
like,
are you
it takes a
famous?
while for them to
like,
get
this
it
is
down, but-
illegal. China, can you change this up?
There are
Yeah.
a couple weird things on my TikTok. For some reason, orcas always on it. People
Dude,
are
I'm on
obsessed with
Orca Talk
orcas.
too. Bro,
Another
it's always like
thing-
seals jumping on the boats and like trying to
Another
be
thing,
saved. But
if anyone's ever artist, like just creator,
Oh,
anything
yeah.
has ever used a marketing campaign, oh, they're a marketing genius. Everyone's a marketing genius on TikTok. Every comment, if
Gary
you look
Vee.
at it, like any
Gary Vee.
like,
We got it. We'll talk
it
about
could
that
be,
in a
it could be
minute.
like it could be like Kanye or like some kid literally like jumping on a trampoline like, oh, this guy's a marketing genius, like absolutely brilliant, bro. Like,
Yeah. What do you guys know who Gary Vee is?
I don't.
You don't know?
You definitely
No, I
see a
don't.
video
He's
of
like
him.
this entrepreneur where he's just like,
So intense for no
he's
reason.
like so intense for no reason where he's just like, you know, like he'd be like, you're 75 years old. Like, honestly, the best years are ahead of you. Take 2 years off, learn a new skill, and honestly, and grind, and you'll get to where you want to be.
And pump content. Just pump content every day.
Pump content out. Do what you love.
Every platform.
So many people just like when they have breakfast in the morning, they salt their eggs. I fucking snort my salt and then I eat my eggs. And here's why. It's like,
And it's so funny because you can tell when people listen to Gary Vee so easily.
Oh, so easy.
dude, all the
they're-
LinkedIn hardos are like,
Oh,
yeah, this is
Joe's
what
a
I'm
LinkedIn.
I'm a LinkedIn hardo. I'm not a Gary Vee LinkedIn hardo, but I'm a LinkedIn hardo.
Wait, so it's not meant to be
connected with
sarcastic.
you
No,
guys.
he's like,
No,
seriously,
he's
everyone's just
100%
serious.
serious.
Everyone's like, there's no way this guy's real. Like,
Oh my
Wait,
god.
back to LinkedIn. LinkedIn, great platform. I know I'm connected with you guys on that.
That's
I'm
actually-
connected with everyone.
I fucking
I
hate
haven't used LinkedIn in like 2 years.
No, that's
Okay,
actually
yeah,
the best
what's
social
so- what's so
platform.
great
There's
about
a
LinkedIn?
direct ROI to being a good
Agree.
LinkedIner.
Especially-
I get so many
Really?
like recruiting things because I
Actually,
like
fair
posted
point. Yeah,
articles,
fair
I
point.
share stuff, whatever, and I connect with all these
And the
like
algorithm
CEOs
too,
and stuff.
yeah.
And so now I get
didn't think
recruiters
people
all the
use
time
it
like,
like
oh my
that.
god, this remote job, like whatever, $250,000 a year. Do you want it? I'm like, not really, but
I'd like $250,000 a
thank
year.
you for reaching out. You
Dude,
know? So
I talked to my wife a couple weeks ago. Shout out to anyone that I work with. I'm not leaving you. But a couple weeks ago, somebody messaged me on LinkedIn and was like,
do you want this?
No, I'll grab
Okay.
You want to grab me one too?
they were like, yo, do you
Seltzer
want
pod.
to work with a weed startup in Denver? I was like, I mean, kind of.
That's what I was gonna say.
Do I get paid in product? Or?
Do you want to build a Shopify store for us? Is that like what do
they're
they
like,
need you to do?
It was basically like Uber for weed, and I was like, I
Weed
mean,
maps or GoPuff or
Yeah, I was gonna say, hasn't
Go-
that already been
Go
done?
Puff. Yeah,
Oh, it was
or
GoPuff?
GoPuff. I think GoPuff's actually like a snack thing for
yeah,
starters.
it's okay,
But
the
it
whole
can
thing is
expand
like,
anything.
hey, are you high as fuck? Do you want some
Sour Patch
overpriced?
Kids?
Do
Yeah,
you want some
Sour-
overpriced Sour Patch Kids? And you're like, kinda.
That's the thing, like why I stopped using DoorDash or Grubhub because it's like, oh, I'll get like mod pizza for instance, like, oh, $9 for pizza. Just kidding, I'm gonna have to pay $25 with fucking fees. Like,
Yeah.
I'll just get in the car and go.
Dude,
So
you
what,
gotta
I'm
get
drunk.
I'm
kidding.
My problem most of the time is I'm like, oh, I'm wasted. I can't pick that up really.
Yeah,
That's why New York's wonderful. There's a pizza place and a deli on any corner. You can get
True.
anything you'd
True.
like.
You don't have to walk.
just
very
go
far.
to the bodega.
Yeah, just go to the bodega.
delivery
You guys
fee
know
and
who
rent,
Drewski
though.
is?
Drewski.
Drewski.
Drewski. He's like
That's a little Gen Z for them.
Yeah, that is. He's like one of the top. There was a GQ article called "Rap's Favorite Comedian." Like he's opening up a J. Cole tour right now, but he does these skits, and people are like, "I swear to God, this guy must have a master's degree in human psychology," because his skits are just like it's like yo that like one waiter who cares way too much, and
They're
like
so specific, and
it's
it's
like
so
but
spot
But
on.
it's like stuff where it's like oh
Everyone can relate
like
to
everyone
it.
can relate
Yeah,
to it. It's
yeah.
like or it's like that like one manager who's like really weird but like pays you really well, and you're just like yo okay like I've never had that, but I know exactly what
that
the
third
fuck.
grade teacher who just waddles around the class.
I think I actually know who this is. I'm gonna pull him up.
Yeah, he's like the opener
I
on the
saw that.
off-season tour.
And he's doing like skits.
Yeah, like comedy.
That's
Damn.
kind of sick.
Yeah, it is really
Yeah.
sick. Him
Did
and
you see
Jack
the Drake
Harlow are
thing?
also like
Oh,
hella
Did you
yeah.
see Drake went on his live stream?
Yeah.
And
His
Drake was
videos
like
have come
showing
up.
his
Wait,
lame
he's
ass
the-
room.
Yeah.
Drake
Penny
just
guy
got
on Drake's live stream.
I don't know. No, that's academics.
Oh,
No, Drewski went on Drake's live. Or,
No, Drewski does like the could have been records type
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Because he's like friends with a lot of rappers, so he'll like have like and obviously or not obviously, but rap deals are notoriously and record deals are notoriously one sided towards the label. And he'll be like, oh yeah, man, like he'll get like he'll get like literally like 70,000 viewers on this live, and he'll let random people in and be like, all right, like sing for me, like I'm gonna sign you. And
hell
it's called
yeah.
like could have been records, and he'll be
that's
like,
sick.
and then he'll just like say the most outrageous stuff and be like, no, we're gonna lock you into this deal, man. Like we'll give you a T-shirt, it's cool, but like we're gonna do this 360 deal, and like we're gonna get all your royalties, but like you just gotta sign here. We're gonna change your life. Like we'll give you like this cool watch, and like it's like so satirical, and people are just like stoked to be on there because they're in front of 70,000 people.
Sure.
And then they'll like say one thing, and then he'll kick them off and be like, nah, fuck that person. Like they're whack as fuck. Like
every single time I walked in your house during trials, a Drewski compilation was playing
even
on YouTube.
when Carmela was
Yeah, Carmelo lost it.
no, she's just like, who is this guy you guys always watch? Like Carmela Cardona Baez used to, for purposes, was with one of my roommates, and so she was over at our. She was
Whatever that means.
like they
No
were.
longer?
I don't know. No, they were together. At a certain point,
Okay.
she moved. I don't know what's going on. It's not my place, but they were. She would always be over at our house, like cooking and whatnot, and it'd be stuff like there'd be like Drewski stuff, or there'd be like really random YouTube videos we always would watch, and she'd be like, she's from Spain, so she'd be like, like what, like who is this? What, like why is this funny? And then, but then there'd be like the most random. I'm trying to even think of something. The most random like person. You guys know who Shoe Nice is?
Oh yeah.
Like some Shoe Nice thing, and she'd be like laughing her ass off, and like we'd just be like, wait, like you find this funny? Shoe Nice is also like, I mean, he's gone back generations.
Oh,
Like,
Is he still making videos?
Bro, his TikTok, they're like
TikTok?
someone was
Who
like,
is this guy? Like, all
someone
the
was
kids are
like, what's your
12?
thoughts on crypto? And he's like, I don't support LA gangs. Like,
He's got to be making enough money now
he
to
does
be in it.
Cameo. That's how he
Yeah.
is.
He's not homeless anymore then, right?
I don't know, but
No.
he's also like,
No,
there's been
he's
some
not.
stuff like he's also like definitely like a alcoholic and like
Yeah.
has some
I mean,
head
his
problems.
videos
I mean,
are like
if you chug a
him
liquor
chugging
bottle a
fifth.
day.
He also
Yeah,
hates
like one
Steve will
pull.
do it. You guys
Yeah.
know
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
taking over the business.
I know, but Steve will do what's way sicker than Shoe Nice. Like rightfully so.
Shoe Nice is a real alcoholic.
Steve
will do
can
it.
kind of
He
kind
also
of
mixes
pull
in
himself
like
back.
eating a pack of SpongeBob
Or-
stickers
or
or a
he'll
stick
be
of deodorant.
like, there's one video, the craziest one. He like draws like a beard and he's bald. He draws hair and a beard on his head with Sharpie and eats a raw steak.
No way.
Yes, bro. And it's like, this is the content I like. That's like I'm a huge YouTube guy.
Yeah, another reason Ben and I are so close is his interests are like so weirdly spot on with mine. It's not even interests, just like weird YouTube finds.
I just love
in high school. Like this, I went to the school Niskayuna, and the neighboring school was Burnt Hills.
Whoa! What'd you say?
Niskayuna.
Oh, okay.
And I lived like technically in Burnt Hills, so I was really close with those guys on the team, and they love Shoe Nice. No one in Niskayuna.
He's from New York or back.
Yeah, he's from Burnt Hills. I'm pretty sure somewhere
damn.
around there. Yeah, he's like and
local legend.
Yeah, he's
the local guy.
or something. He's somewhere in my area.
Homeless
And-
man from the city made it big.
and no one like never heard the name Shoe Nice instead until Ben was like, yeah, this guy's Shoe Nice. I was like, how the fuck do you know who Shoe
Shoe
Nice
Nice is an
is?
internet-
Ben is the first person you met that knew Shoe Nice.
Outside of that group, yeah.
That's crazy. I
That
feel
is
like
pretty
everyone
wild.
knew Shoe Nice.
And then there's just random TikToks I'll watch and like we'll never think anything of, and Ben will make some
Well,
reference.
Ben
like,
knows
a week
everything
later.
that goes through
Yeah,
the internet.
yeah, Ben's a
Literally
meme guy.
everything.
I'm a
I mean,
huge
Shoe Nice
internet
was
guy.
big before TikTok even
Oh,
existed.
yeah,
Shoe Nice was like
big
OG.
guy.
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I know
he's
Shoe
OG.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. OG YouTube is like
Definitely.
up my alley. So
Yeah, no, like back when
just some
Shane
homeless
Dawson
dude
was like
that was
making
making
like
videos,
good
yeah.
content, like type shit. That was like, but I was watched that back in like 7th grade. No, because I mean, I don't know, in a lot of ways, like my siblings are so much older than me. I mean, I had like friends and whatnot, but like I would just watch so much stuff on the internet.
Yeah, me too.
No, but there's a lot of stuff. I also will go on TikTok and just like find like the most like absurdly random, like I'm like where the point it's like there are humans like this like walking the earth type shit.
Yeah.
Firefighter
yeah.
TikTok.
Not okay. That's like
stripper firefighter TikTok.
that's like not even that weird. I'm gonna show you this picture like people who look like this.
Dude, I'm on like gay frog TikTok. Like it's
Frog.
sometimes
I'm on like I like videos that'll be like this and I'll find it hilarious. Where it's like, what is that? Like I'll like find just the most like ridiculous stuff and
One of my favorite
think I love
TikToks of
people
all
in that
time. There's a
sense.
Let's Run thread about it, and
Let's Run and TikTok had a crossover.
yeah, and it was the Black Cooper tier TikTok.
Oh, dude, okay, that's like
Wait, what TikTok is
It's
this?
like-
There was this thread on Let's
It-
Run, and
it
there
looked
was
weirdly
so
like
random, and it was
Cooper.
like, this is the Black Cooper tier. It looks exactly
No.
like him, and it was so accurate.
I haven't
gotta
seen
find it.
this.
Oh my god, it was so good.
it was. Yeah, I like.
I remember it
Cooper
was
seen
like right before
Yeah.
I went to Eugene, and I sent it to Cooper, and he was like, I see it a little bit, and I showed it to Ben. He was like, wow.
We had a lot of people coming in and out of our house during NCAA's and the trials. Like there was a point we have like
There probably should have been some rapid COVID tests going on.
yeah there was
some VCR.
Yeah.
It was
Cooper
it was a
had
little
some.
too recent.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. Let's see if it's gonna load.
Yeah, let's see it.
You pulled it up, Art. Dude,
damn
fucking-
Joe. That's like
I
a really
really hope
fast.
it's
Dude, it
not
looks like an old
deleted.
sweatshirt kind of.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
No
I don't
way.
think it looks like Cooper.
All right,
just wait.
I
Wait,
need a facial
All
expression.
right, let's see if I can send it to Ben, and it will load.
You think I have better internet than you right now?
Who's got internet?
Me.
You just got a hotspot just like permanently turned on.
All right, I'll just
No,
send
whenever
it to
Everett
text
Silva
message.
would hang out with me in high school, he's cricket. He's a notorious cricket wireless user.
Oh, dude. What the fuck?
He'd always be like,
Bad
yo-
for the brand. Yeah, you just
Yeah, that
expose
is
them like
bad
that.
for the brand.
He'd always be like, yo, bro, you trying to hit me with that hotspot? And And I'd be like, yo, you gotta guess the password first. And I'd make the password like something like ridiculous, and then just so I could like say it to him and be like, oh no, the password's this, and he'd be like, bro, what the fuck?
Yo, if you're listening and you work at Cricket, I don't even want your fucking money.
There was a time.
Sorry.
Cooper lives in Alameda, California, which is like right next to Oakland. And there's like the part of Oakland he lives next to is like, you know, it can be pretty dicey sometimes. And
outside of Oakland, yeah.
And we Cooper's neighborhood's like pretty calm, but like the area you have to go through in Oakland is pretty dicey. And we would there was one time because I live in like by LA. Everett lives in Fresno, Cooper in like San Francisco, Oakland. So it's 4 hours to Everett and 4 hours to Cooper from me. We all kind of live like, I guess, halfway from each other. And Everett was like, yo, I got to pay my phone bill, and we're leaving Cooper's house. And he's like, just go to take me to the nearest Cricket. And I'm like, and I'm just like in this like bulletproof glass on the window, like type thing. And I'm just like, yo, Ev, like, hurry up, bro. Like, and this is like, I'm in high school. Like, I'm like, bro, like, where are you at? Like, pay this phone bill already. And it's just like taking a minute. And like people are like staring at me.
The $199 a month.
Like, no cap, bro.
I mean, it's cheap.
It's cheap. Hey, man, he's got an iPhone, so at least he doesn't.
But you got to drive and pay
for
it.
Android.
I'm an Android guy.
Dude,
Yeah, you green text in. I was like, checked. Like, I was like, no, it'll pop up as blue soon enough.
It's kind of
Like,
on brand, though. I
I'm
feel like that's on
surprised you guys
brand.
responded to Mr. Green Bubble guy.
Man.
This does not look like Cooper.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
All right, well, LetsRun thought it did, and I did too. So
I think it looks
Here,
like
you
him
should
more
put
than
it
it doesn't.
Put it on the.
Hey, comment
on the video
below,
screen.
people. Does this look like Cooper?
He's got the same like bone structure.
Yeah, it's bone structure.
nose and eye like structure. Yeah.
When he flares the nostrils.
Okay, I would have
Yeah.
never thought of Cooper
His-
if I saw
his
him, but
nostrils.
But
when
when they come
Yeah.
together,
Sure,
yeah,
I don't
that's
think
exactly
so.
what I thought. But
What was LetsRun doing
What's this?
finding that
What's this
TikTok?
guy?
I don't know. It was just I'm like a
What
I'm a
is
sneaky
LetsRun
LetsRun guy.
You know who's a
Dude,
really big LetsRun guy? Gavin.
I could totally.
Gavin's
see
a
that.
LetsRun troll.
Gavin and Suda.
I'm a
them
big
still?
LetsRun reader.
Suda, yeah,
That's
still always.
Really?
Does he? I didn't know he followed running like that. Still.
Yeah.
My job,
Suda's
like
big on running. And
half my
now
job at
big on
Tinman
ultra
Elite was
running.
I was called Pulse Guy, and I just stay up on the news. I just look at Instagram all the time. I have a group chat that like anything happens, I fire it in, and it's
Really?
like, yeah,
Okay.
I love that shit. Just like
Yeah.
Like, hey, bro, are they talking about the merch drop on Let's
so
Run?
like especially like when the Tom thing was going on,
I was gonna
the
say,
one
so
that
you
was
were the
filtering
guy?
through
Okay.
and being like, all right, don't worry about that, don't worry about that's kind of like we should probably address that. Like,
Wait, so
Tammy's
what,
going off.
what
on
was the
some-
strategy? Like, you only tell the guys like positive things from
just anything
from
that would matter.
anything.
basically.
Okay.
Oh, people
okay.
are talking shit on Jermaine Sloman again. Like, no, I'm kidding. There was I guess there honestly wasn't really any Tinman hate until like WesFly came around. I feel like
There was before.
There was a little bit, but WesFly accelerated.
he just
the
like
shit
opened
out
the
of that.
floodgates, and it's like
Yeah.
in a way, I don't know. There was I'm trying to think what I was gonna say. I think it's crazy. He like will take credit for like he'll say like the Tinman downfall. I wouldn't even say it's a downfall. Because like obviously I mean these guys have
still
pro,
around.
they have pro contracts,
Right,
like
right.
they're
Yeah.
not worried
They
about
switched
whatever they're
coaches.
saying.
Okay.
Like, yeah,
Great.
seriously. It'll be like Tin Mom Elite, all this stuff. It's like, bro, like, okay. Like, cool. But no, it's just funny. But there was an account, that Run Later account I was talking about, posted a thing, and it's like always injured starter pack, and it's like Jordan Guzman's like facial hair, his spikes, and like the speed suit he always wears, and like a Malta flag.
That was funny. That was funny.
That's pretty good.
And also,
Goose would come to practice with like a new hair color every day. I'd be like, how do you have time to do this? Like,
He's a pro runner. He's got like infinite time.
Like,
facts.
They're like, bitch, Adidas doesn't pay that well. You get a haircut every day.
Yeah, there was. No, yeah, but yeah, with Let's Run, even with YouTube, we had I wouldn't say like a burner account, but like one of my friends' YouTube accounts who lived at the house with us, and Gavin. He it was this thing. He made the account name called David Melly, and like he'd like change the profile picture to like his photo too, and he would just comment on WesFly like videos.
Well, he
like,
would also constly change the name and profile
yeah,
picture.
always like one time it was
But
like
I think it's stuck on David Melly now.
yeah, and he'd like had like a Nico Young one, like it was
Oh,
like,
man.
and he'd always like put like the profile picture of like the
their
act.
Instagram.
Yeah, like their
Oh, yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
profile picture, so it looks real.
Yeah.
And there was
Dude,
like
Dave probably appreciated him shitting on WesFly.
Literally,
He's like, oh, you're doing my
literally.
job for me.
Literally, so funny. Yeah, that was I went on his podcast with my boy Matt Wisner, who also does a lot of new generation stuff with me, and he runs at Oregon. And David was like, because we did put an article out in one of the magazines like about WesFly, it was like an interview type thing.
Yeah.
where basically I asked him a bunch of like really questions, and just the whole thing was just letting him talk and letting him kind of like, show the character in the true colors and kind of put himself on display. And there was some stuff where it was like, literally like coining the term Jermaine Sloman, or being like stuff like that, where you're just like, bro, like, are you really saying this? Like we're alphas, we let our nuts hang, and you're just like, hey man, you said it, not me.
Yeah.
I'm quoting it.
Yeah.
What are they up to right now?
WesFly?
Yeah.
It's kind of it's Michael Kosha's. I don't think
pretty
Smolders
low.
has cross country.
Okay.
But it's kind of the Michael Kosha show right now.
Okay.
He,
Is Craig training with them?
he's training with Ole Miss.
Yeah, I know.
He's
but-
volunteer
assistant.
coaching or
yeah,
assistant
I know,
coaching.
but like, is he in WesFly
Videos, I haven't seen.
He like made a 1 minute appearance in one, but it's like it was clear that he like didn't necessarily want to be in it.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
Whatever
he
happens
doesn't
to
want to be
the
associated
camera in
with
his
it.
face.
I think
testing
yeah.
the waters.
and put it in. And
No,
he's just
I
like,
think he's staying neutral.
Yeah.
Like he's a coach. He can't like.
Yeah,
What happened to your
I
guys'
do feel like
showdown?
he kind
Did
of
you ever
falls
figure
under
that
that
out?
image though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
Bro, he catted.
I have the text thread, and we made.
Oh, can we put it up? We'll put it up with this
put it out,
episode.
yeah, I'll put it up.
We got to
made-
bring it back. Edward Smolders, I'm calling you out, man.
We
You
made
got to
a-
race
we
Chris
made
in
a-
the beer
we
mile.
made a video on YouTube. I can't remember. Oh, the one about the stupid one about like eating a lot of.
It was like a
beer
fake
day.
beef thing, right?
Yeah. Well, so we.
It was real. It was real.
So no. Actually, the beef on Instagram was real. But then
Okay.
we got to a point where I said, hey, like, name the date, and I will fly down
Kick his
there.
ass in a beer mile.
Yeah, I would fly down there.
Well, and we're like, dude, worst
and
case,
he-
we're gonna lose like bet money, but we're gonna make some kick-ass content.
Yeah,
that's,
that's it.
and that's
Like, great
exactly
for the
what
channel.
Like if
I was
Everett
like,
pops off and it's like a fucking world-class beer
well, that would be
miler,
awesome for us
that would
because
be-
it's like okay,
It's
now
a win-
he's
discovered
it's a
the new
win-win
beer
situation.
miler.
It's like, yeah,
What
now
have
he's
you
a good
run in the
beer
beer
miler.
mile?
I'll like sponsor him from beer mile.
Yeah, it's a win-win situation.
Like that's cool. But so I said, name the date, and I'll fly down to you. Like, let's do
Yeah.
it. And he said, my people will draft up a contract because we agreed to $2,000.
Okay, LegalZoom.com.
And then no response, like literally no response. And so I don't know, one of the YouTube videos we made. Oh, the one where I was like, oh, eating beers in a day, like a stupid video. But I put the thread up and I like responded to the. I bumped
when you were
the thread.
taking a shit,
I was
yeah.
taking a shit and I bumped the thread and I was like, "Hey, still waiting on that contract. Like, when we gonna race?" And there's nothing. So
Damn, that's tough.
it's gotta. I'll go down
the
there.
cameraman though,
next
Michael
month.
Kosha, big shout out to him.
He ran well this year.
He
in the
broke-
summer,
he, like,
broke 4.
He broke 4. He was like really injured for
After
a while.
injury too, yeah,
and
Very
was just
impressive.
like, and Smolders was kind of bothered. He's like, yo, I got to get my piece of this. Goes and breaks 4 minutes in the
Yeah,
mile, which
yeah.
is no joke.
Smolders ran fast this past indoor season, I think.
He ran 3:58 twice.
I was impressed.
I was too. I felt
Like,
bad. I felt bad
He
'cause
low key backed it up.
I felt bad for outdoors because he was talking all big game and then gets tripped with 100 meters to go at regionals.
Yeah,
where
that's
it's like
kinda
there's
fucked.
6 guys in top 5 from that he would have gone. So
Right,
it's like,
right.
was it a lock in? No. Like, would he have made it? Like, maybe. But then he just gets
Yeah,
curb
yeah.
stomped basically, and it's just
Yeah.
like that's tough. Like you never want to see it happen like that.
Yeah, you should probably put on like more weight to not get pushed around. You know?
A few beers will do
beta
that.
thing. To
Yeah.
be honest.
Pretty baited.
He hasn't been in the arm farm, you know, pussy bitch.
He's probably only curling 20s. Like,
What a wuss.
I heard Waleed's curling more than him these days. It's also
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waleed's a beast.
Yeah,
He's the
he's a
man.
fucking
He's a
savage.
Brooks beast.
He is.
That's
true.
I was
Pun-
really surprised
pun
he
not
went there, to be
intended.
I was
honest.
too.
I actually was.
I was like,
yeah.
Where'd you think he was going?
WesFly,
Not
I
Brooks
thought he was
Beast.
going to WesFly Athletics.
Made it seem like
I'm gonna
I
go
heard
ahead.
they got the Nike singlets. I think they sponsored it.
Hey, our guy Greg Idahara made those singlets.
I'm gonna
Really?
go ahead.
Yeah,
and
he made the
how
WesFly
much
singlets.
you paid.
WesFly
Really?
didn't say that. WesFly purposely didn't say
Say
that
that-
Greg made them, but Greg made them.
Okay,
Did
yeah.
Greg
yeah.
say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Greg
To
posted
not
it.
say that he made him?
Greg. So yeah, Greg made them, but what he said that WesFly like specifically said that Greg didn't make them. Like he never gave him
Why?
credit.
Because
He claimed that he got them from Nike.
he's like I got to fill Nike.
It was a stunt. Like it was a popularity grab.
Was Greg okay with that?
I don't think it worked.
I mean, he didn't care. Like he got paid. It's like
Greg
Yeah,
posted
man,
about
he's
it,
laughing
too.
all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
like when I got my jersey made with Greg, he was like, hey, is it cool if I post it? And I was like, yeah, of course it's cool. So
Yeah.
like, I guess he gives people the choice
Give
if they.
credit
Yeah.
to the artist.
I
But
mean,
yeah, like I don't know why you would.
I give credit
care
to
hide
Alibaba
it,
for
you
our
know?
singlets.
Like, yeah, I mean,
That was
got
dude,
some
Alibaba
Alibaba. It's
user.
interesting trying to get stuff on Alibaba. I've spent the last 2 weeks trying because we got these custom singlets.
Yeah, what brand? Like
And matching
what brand
shorts.
are they're just
Alibaba.
some.
Alibaba.com.
Alibaba
some-
brand.
yeah.
Ka Rule Sports.
dude, what's his face? Is Jack Ma like still alive? What's the deal?
We don't
with
know
that?
what's going on with Jack Ma.
Okay.
But
I don't think.
he like because I my thing is I purposely don't want Nike or Adidas or these other. I want to stay like completely brand
I
neutral.
asked Greg if he could like somehow remove it or like paint over it, and he's like, it's risky.
Yeah.
It's risky.
Yeah.
And so it's
But-
like shit. I kind of want you to, but
but they
I mean, they look sick.
they
The
sent us-
jerseys look sick. Or do they feel like they're good
it's
quality?
like it's
It's
I'm
kind of
ordering
retro. It's
I'm
like a
ordering
retro
I'm ordering another
mesh
like
type.
kind of another brand like another supplier.
Yeah.
Because it like I don't know the cut's not what
Is
I
it
would
same
like.
design?
It's same design.
Okay.
And the
Different cut.
Yeah,
See
different
how
cut.
different
Like try like a
colors.
more of a
I
single
mean,
cut.
it is
It's kind of
gonna be
like
try
fun.
different
different
like
which is kind of cool.
color
But, like,
for the
for
MGTF because
performance,
that's kind
I'm
of
not sure
purple.
how.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, but
Instead of
I feel like it'd be like a nipple bleed.
Yeah,
That's what
I
would be
know
risky
blood
about
the
it.
other day, but sidetrack. I was like, "Yo, what's this red mark on my shirt?" I saw pizza, and I was like, "Oh no, I just ran my." No, but we go. The shorts they sent us don't have liner in them, so it's like it's an accident waiting to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm spending the last 2 weeks trying to explain, like sending photos, like all this stuff, like, hey, can we get liner in these shorts? And obviously, it's a Chinese-based company. They're English. They probably are using Translate, just as if they were to send something to me, I would use Translate as well.
Right.
And so they're just like really confused on what I'm saying. And this is like a 2.5 week thing. And then suddenly it clicks and they're like, oh yeah, we have those shorts. We can do it easily. And I'm just like, I should really just spent 2.5 weeks like
talking
because I'll
about
only
this.
go on like once a day because of the time difference. Like, but right before I go to bed, I'll
Yeah,
go
like
on.
one communication.
Yeah, one
a day,
chance.
Yeah,
per
but it's
day.
still like 2.5, 3 weeks. I'm just like, no, this is what the shorts look like inside liner, like built-in underwear, all this stuff, and they're just like they'll send a picture and it's like the ones with the shorts that like the underwear that comes down to here. And I'm like, no show, like this stuff, and they're just like question mark, like can you send it to us? And I was just like, then all of a sudden just clicked, and I was like, fuck. It's like, fuck me, bro. Like, we're getting it to the customers. Listen, we're making it happen.
Those guys kind
Yeah.
of clutch. I got a guy, pro tip from Stone Malik I got one time is you go on Fiverr.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of Indonesian guys that can get you any email list ever. So I have people fetch me email lists of sports brands, of like global sports marketing people. And then you can just fire emails off to them trying to get work.
That is
yeah.
So we
Wow.
we use
Stone,
Fiverr.
I told you, Stone.
Stone knows what's up.
Stone, shout out Stone.
pro
He's a pro
freelancer.
freelancer. Gets the job done.
That's legit. We
Yeah.
use Fiverr for like the
Any
Your Mile
animation.
mascot guy.
Oh, that shit's
And
fun.
I literally,
Shit's sick, yeah.
so I
That's
literally,
Fiverr.
I just paid 3 different people $5 a piece, and I said design it, and then I just picked the best one, and it cost across the 3, it cost me $15 to make
for,
that
for
logo.
that logo. Which
And then,
usually costs like a
and
couple
then I-
hundred.
and then I found another person, and I was like,
Animate
"Hey,
it?
take this and animate it, and like make that little intro thing
It's like
that's
fucking
in some of our."
$20.
Fiverr- Fiverr's
It was like
incredible.
$20 for 4K, like, and they gave me the license to the music, and I was like, "What? This is free."
I paid $20 for like 130 contacts or something.
Yeah.
with
Oh,
like
okay,
LinkedIn.
but that's what we need to
with
do.
like
Yeah.
verified LinkedIn, email,
Oh,
name,
shit.
company, and
Are these like
position.
Nike,
Are the-
Adidas,
these are
Under
just
Armour?
It's like a little more obscure, but that's honestly good because like I'm not going to email a Nike head of sports marketing and get a
That
job.
doesn't
Like,
really
what's,
help
what's an
you.
example? What's an
Yeah.
example?
It was like some like pickleball eyewear company that's
Okay.
like reputable and like I don't know,
District
France.
Vision.
Exactly, like
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
District
yeah.
Vision, or like it would be like the equivalent of like a Sauce or like a Noon or something like a little
Yeah.
bit smaller,
Right.
not like a global brand, but like still
interesting.
sport niche.
But that's almost it's almost
That's
more
better,
valuable.
yeah, because then I'll get
Yeah.
Because
actually
then what
get
if they
to-
blow up too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's gonna be
exactly.
in
And
the
then
ground
grow
floor
together.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah, dude,
right.
whatever happened to that weed store?
I would
weed
love to get a
store?
weed sponsorship. Just putting that out
Remember
there.
that weed store that was like, oh, we want to blow up with you? And I was
Oh,
like,
that sent me
absolutely.
the.
I'm trying to blow some dro with you.
That was not a
Beer
weed store. That was
and Weed
CBD.
Mile podcast.
Oh, CBD.
Weed mile.
CBD.
Weed mile.
I didn't do this, but took part in a weed mile 2 summers ago in Boulder, a bong mile.
So what's like?
I wish I was at
we've
that.
talked about this. Like
it a few
how
times.
No, it was a bowl, and they took a hit. A hit
lap.
of the bowl.
Well,
every
basically, there
lap.
was like, let's say 8 people, 4 people running, 4 people on the side. They take a bowl, and then while they're running, you like ash it, pack them a new bowl.
It was ridiculous. You have to clear a whole bowl every 400.
Bro, like they were
that's
high.
a lot of bowls.
They were really
I
high
wish
by
I
the
was
end
there
of
for
it.
Is
that.
it like a full bowl?
It's like no, but it's enough. Like
It's so hard to regulate, but I feel like the
like you're
the real
you're like
ones are
really
gonna be-
high, bro. Like you're really high by the end of it.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, but it was also like I don't know. It wasn't like as I guess regulated as you would have liked because there was like they're not the same bongs. Like 2 people had bongs, one person had like a pipe. Like someone was like, "Oh, I have like a dab pen." It's just like
Someone did a dab pen.
I don't know. know. I might just be saying that for a fact.
Yo, okay, last night
That doesn't sound very regulated. No.
last night I had a dab pen that vibrated when you were done.
Yeah.
I did not
It's a
like
2-in-1.
Dude, take your hit and then place it somewhere.
We were out
Well, you can get high from that too.
That's true.
we were out
Double
after
whammy,
the
baby.
All Out Mile, and I was just like, oh yeah, like.
And one of the girls we were with had a vibrating.
Had a buy. Whoa.
When I was
What
like,
a great invention.
I would never turn away free weed. She was like, oh, it vibrates. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Is this thing clean or?
Like, I like smelled it first. I was like, okay, it doesn't smell like salmon.
Jeez.
Tuna.
You went there.
But dude, I was kind of pissed though because it tells you like, hey, you've had enough.
You're like,
and
"No,
I'm
I
like,
haven't."
no, I haven't.
Yeah, I want to keep pulling. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Green out. I'm not a pussy. I'm trying to think of like. I've definitely gone high to class before. The first couple times I did it, there was like one time where there was this really annoying girl in front of me, and like I was my freshman year, so like I don't know, I was definitely still probably like let's say you go rookie, pro, veteran, all star. I was probably like a pro level smell. Like I was like 2 out of 4. Like
You're pulling out the 2K references
the
right
2K
now.
references.
Like
Right
you can operate day to day, just like kind of.
yeah, like I was smoking a lot, but like I don't know, I'd still get pretty easily distracted. In the whole class, I'm just like. This girl was so annoying to me. I was just like, I literally want to tell you to shut the fuck up. Like, and I was like, and after that, I was like, I'm not going to high to class again for a long time because
this bitch annoys me.
yeah, seriously, literally. But no, there's like definitely been track meets where I've been high, like hitting the dab pen, taking photos, and like honestly, when I was doing that, I was like, these are the sickest photos I've ever taken.
Always
in my
wanted to do
life.
that.
you look at them and it's
course.
just
Always
like
wanna do that.
grainy as fuck.
Yeah, no, and then the next day you're just like, okay, these photos aren't that sick. Like,
yeah.
But in the moment you're just like, I'm looking through the eye finder, like the whole like, oh, dude, this is oh my god.
Shot photos drunk for the first time like 2 weekends ago. Like,
I
Corey's
honestly
wedding.
think I was a better drunk photographer than
And
sober
Did it
photographer.
that
go
was
well?
so much fun. Yeah, it went great actually.
okay.
They were like, I was shooting with a flash and it was like dance floor, so it was like kind of okay for someone to be blurry for just
Yeah.
like
Yeah, that's
effect.
true.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was so much fun.
Joe's on
and-
Find My Friends right now.
Yeah.
Who you finding?
No, don't worry about it.
No friends.
All right.
Nice.
I'll let it
We
slide. I'll
know
let it
who.
slide. I'll let it slide.
Have you
Remember,
guys heard? Oh, wow.
I was gonna say, remember Texas qualifier when we were like, we had shooters of I don't even know, and then we were drinking Budweisers in the porta potties
Yeah.
At Texas qualifier?
at Texas qualifier.
Oh,
Incredible.
dude, we slammed some beverages.
Texas
at
qualifier
Texas
was a
qualifier.
fun meet, man.
That was a
It
fun
was,
meet.
it was a
Yeah.
really fun meet.
That was a meet. These kids, these high school kids. I think
Pierce was one of them, dude.
Actually?
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
Pierce
that till
Townsend was
after.
there.
Oh yeah.
Pierce
Pierce
Townsend was
was-
a new gen camper.
Yeah, and I didn't
also
realize
big
that till
wallflower
after.
energy.
Yeah.
Like a where the hose at, and then the hose show up and he's on his phone. Sitting. And Pierce, if you listen to this, I will say I'll say that to your face.
Pierce, bring
had
the
the
energy
fattest
person.
crush on Rachel MacArthur ever.
Still
She
does.
was like
Still does.
and we're just like Pierce, like bro, like it's not worth it.
Those kids
pump the
though,
brakes,
they're on the
brother.
come up. Some of those kids really
some
good.
of those kids really are on the
You're
come
gonna see
up.
their name soon.
But
Our
no,
boy's Parker Max.
no, I was gonna say
Parker
we
was
went to the same high school, so
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And he was repping some beer mile merch at the
Oh yeah, he's our
camp,
guy.
yeah.
camp. No, bro, there was I'll tell you a story. I don't think he would like it. Maybe you might edit it out, but
I can edit it out if
Okay,
you
yeah,
guys
he got
like
the FBI called on him
At the trials.
At the
Parker,
trials.
wait, Parker Max? Or?
Yes,
Yeah.
at the trials.
Because
That's a stretch. He didn't
No.
get the FBI.
Yes, he did. I was there,
He's
bro.
like the
Yeah,
most
just showed up.
innocent guy
Well, he had
ever.
a drone, and he was flying, and it was like apparently like a no-fly thing.
and
Yeah.
he like okayed that it was a no-fly zone and still took off in the zone. And
Within 30 seconds, bro, 2 on marks pulled
yeah,
up.
bro,
So
it was
hard on
crazy.
They were like
Dude.
sat down on the curb talking for like
Yeah.
30 minutes,
Meanwhile,
45
the whole
minutes.
camp's just there, like kind of watching from the
And
side.
everyone's like, bro,
like-
you want a beer? Like you deserve
Holy
it, man. It felt
shit.
so bad for him. It was like
that was
actually insane.
a highlight of camp though.
It was. I was like, bro, we do not have bail money in the budget. Like,
That's on you, man.
Yo, we
Like,
can't,
yeah,
we
like,
can't
I'm
fight
sorry.
the government with
Fuck.
this shit.
yeah, it was crazy. It was actually insane.
Step back. Absolutely incredible that a brand trusted this man to run a camp with 15 high schoolers.
You can tell that it was 16, wasn't it?
16.
You and Truax.
And Truax, yeah. It was definitely, you could tell the camp
No,
was
no,
run
no.
by
It
22
was
year
a great time, and all the kids will tell you that.
And
It
the
was
kids all
excellent.
had the experience of
In
their lives, and they learned a lot.
Yeah.
But it was just
But still ridiculous that a brand gave Ben with no proof or experience that money to run a
that
camp.
much money and that much responsibility.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff going forth with next year where it's like, okay, we learned our lesson on some things.
Yeah.
We're gonna take some things
So
more
there's going to be a
seriously.
second annual.
Yes, there's gonna be. Well, it's
And
gonna
how many of the parents called you ahead of time?
Only
like,
two.
Hey,
Only-
oh, really? say, like,
Which
my
is-
kid is about to fly.
Well, no,
out
one of them
to
like
you,
didn't believe
like-
me, and they were like this, and then the other one was like this girl and her dad called me and was just like, after I
yeah.
thought it was gonna be like take care of my daughter type thing, but he was just like, yeah, the wife was like out of town and wanted me to call, and I was like, oh no, so he's like, it sounds cool, I'll just relay it to the wife, and I was just like, this guy is chill as fuck.
This guy should come to the camp.
Seriously. We had Billy the Toad come one
That
night to
was
camp
fun.
and
Yeah.
talk, and
Yeah.
the kid, and then obviously the kid Gunner, the
Yeah.
counselor.
Camp was like one of my favorite weeks of summer.
I don't know
Like,
who
that's
had more
cool.
fun, us
That's
or the
super cool.
Yeah,
kids.
because another thing is
awesome.
like these kids were literally just like Ben Carter and I high school.
yeah,
Like,
literally, which was like the whole thing where it's
we
like,
love them.
where
And
it's
there's
like,
We
never-
still talk to a bunch of them.
Yeah, we have
like,
a group chat.
like growing up, like when we were in high school, there was never anything like that. We
yeah,
went.
No.
for sure. Like,
Did you ever
I
go
would
to,
have
did you go over
loved
to
something like that in high
Camp of
school.
Champions?
I
Wisconsin?
went to the U of Wisconsin cross country.
Yeah,
camp.
yeah, fucking.
Well, it wasn't like YouTube camp.
Matt
That was
Burn. Yeah, right. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
No, but that was like the highlight of every single year was going to
Right,
that
right.
camp and being like, oh shit, these like college kids that are D1 that are the best in the country are like my camp counselors.
Yeah.
This is
That
the
was,
coolest
like,
thing ever.
All the premier camps are about speed and like
Yeah.
by the end
we're
of it,
not about that. Like we're about like
having fun.
content creation.
Yeah, having
and,
fun. Like kids would
that's
be
like-
like,
that is cool.
kids would
building
like
the
run a mile and
community
hop in
and,
the
like-
car, take photos.
Yeah, the
of
first
like,
the first day of camp, it was like, kids were really trying to big dick each other and be like, oh, I'm going 9, I'm going 11, I'm going 12, 13.
sure, yeah.
And then by the end of it, it was
like
like
3,
there was like
alright,
5
sick.
kids in like the trunk of the car, like shooting video,
Not
like,
even running.
Like I'm not gonna run today type
Sick.
stuff. And it's like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like driving the whole like this is sick, like this is what I would do.
Yeah.
And then
That's super cool.
And like one day we
Yeah.
like went to like Crater Lake in Oregon, and
Yeah.
also I felt bad because like a lot of the kids like. I wouldn't feel bad, but like the food we were feeding them was like Uncrustables and chips like every day for lunch,
yeah.
and like oranges and like.
But, like it was
waters.
kind of fun. Like it was the vibe.
It was the vibe.
I mean,
and,
that's
and,
like a- yeah,
barbecue
that's like a
for the
summer
third
camp.
night in a
Dude,
row.
I mean,
like-
you're just training
the
them for
spot we
college.
stayed in was sick, but everything else was like kind of bootleg summer campy.
We had,
So it
like,
was
we
like-
had 2 minivans though. We had 2 minivans.
we
which
did
was
it. We
lit.
whipped the minivans with CarPlay, got that nice Spotify
Seriously?
app, and the
Yeah.
Apple
Yeah.
Maps on the
Damn.
directions.
Yeah, and so and we would go like one day we went to the beach on the Oregon coast. One day we went to like this Mount Washington in Oregon and ran there, and there was like a lake there. We always tried to go somewhere.
Went to the
with water.
trials one day.
Yeah, we took them to
That's
the
sick.
trials, which was sick.
That was sick.
Yeah.
For them, I didn't get to go because I was shuttling back and forth to the airport picking them up. Which
Okay.
that was like the most stressful thing in my life at that point. Like,
I'm sure logistics would be a
And like
shit
we're
show.
like we're like
Yeah.
putting their like suitcases like in our basement, and I'm like, fuck, hopefully no one breaks in and takes this
But,
shit.
but
Like,
for a guy that's like notoriously unorganized, Ben did like. I was very surprised with Ben's
I was
performance at
surprised too.
Camp
There was a
Together.
couple of times I
Like
was
you see
praying on my
Ben's
knees
room
about
and you're
that.
like, I will never send
This
my
guy
kid to
is
watch
not,
this kid.
I
Yeah.
still have the on box of like the shoes and the shirts. And I like Casey came to visit like 2 weeks ago, and I gave him a pair of the shoes. And like Gavin took up like one of the shirts.
What about the box of ons we had laying by our
Oh,
front
well,
door?
no,
And Cooper just grabbed them and he put them on the side of the
Some
street.
homeless man
And
came
within
up for
20
real.
minutes, within
he's
20 minutes,
rocking
they were all
ons, though.
gone. It was
Dude,
like
they were
30
like
pairs of
old-
ons.
This guy, shout out Gabe. He's on tech rep, and he like was like, oh, like ons rock with new gen, like we're about to like, or new gen's rock with on, we're about to rock with new gen type thing. And he's like, hey, I have like 100 of pairs of demo, like old demo shoes. Can we send them? And I was like, maybe let's do like 10 or 15 first,
100
and
shoes
see
is a
see
lot.
if we can
Yeah,
get rid of them.
yeah.
I think 100's kind of a lot. So we had this like huge box of on shoes, and I was a volunteer assistant at a high school in Eugene like 2 or 3 years ago, and I had like, oh, I'll take the shoes there and whatnot. But then I just kind of got lazy and whatnot. And one day Cooper just like took them out and like put them
They
on.
sat at our front door for like 2 months. That's why.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't literally.
Lazy.
But yeah, there's because it's also like when we would have these parties after NCAA's, we'd have like 4 trash bags filled with cans, and then
Yeah.
you'd put them out and you'd be like, yo, like, hey, homie, like you trying to take these
was
cans?
sick.
You want 5
the
cent,
last
yeah, 5
night,
cent cans?
The last night there were a lot of cans out there, and we woke up in the morning like
Gone.
gone.
And a pair of nunchucks left over for us.
Oh, good trade.
It was a trade. It was a trade.
That's a hell of a
Good
trade.
The best thing from NCAAs was that kid who lost his wallet, and we went to leave to get burritos at El Super. Came
No
back.
idea about this. What? Who lost their?
was
It was
like-
some Arkansas
Yeah,
guy.
was it
some
Marcus?
No, it wasn't.
It was some random
the
guy.
long-haired
So
kid?
Cooper,
I don't remember.
Were you with us when I went to El
Yeah,
Super?
yeah.
And we left, and some kid and his mom were standing on your porch, and we're like, "What the hell?" And we came back,
Was
and this
she
kid's
hot?
like in your house, going through the kitchen. And we're like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, so sorry, bro. I didn't touch anything. I just lost my wallet." And we're looking literally everywhere, and it was just like in his pant pocket, like that he found.
Oh
like,
my
3 hours
gosh.
later.
Oh my
But his flight was
gosh.
like an hour, and his coach was like,
That's crazy. No, there was one night. It was because nationals is 4 days. It's like the third night, so it's like boys prelim, girls prelim, boys final, girls final. It's after the boys final. And like obviously Cooper and Cole had won their national titles that day.
Yeah.
And that party that night, there was like over 100 people in like our house, and it's like packed like sardines. People are spilling out onto the porch. And I like walked out on the porch. I forget like who, it was like Isaiah Harris or Craig or somebody. And I was just like, there's like a couple pro athletes out there, and I was just like, what are you guys doing? like why are you here? Like it's like and not like it as a bad thing, but it's just like not who I expected. Like, you know, it's like you hit up like, oh, like, you know, so and so from the Alabama team, like tell them all to pull through. You know, so and so from Tulsa, like tell them to pull through. And there was one guy, I'll say it off pod. Yeah, we're back. Okay. But it was there was a lot of like really interesting. It was like a solid 4 or 5 day bender where afterwards it was like I could not drink the rest of the summer and be fine.
Yeah.
That was
Joe,
like,
and your Uber came after the last night at like 4 a.m.
Yeah, so that was like one of the best 4-day stretches of my life. I'd like
You were
editing
couch
a photo.
surfing
Yeah, I would
with
hang
Bishop
out.
the dog.
Yeah. I texted Ben. I was like, "Yo, can I just crash your house?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll find a way." And there were like 4 people already.
There was a lot of and then another kid, the kid Stone, we talked about. Never met the guy in my life as a photographer.
he's my friend from just Instagram. Another internet
and like we have
friend.
some other mutuals too.
Yeah.
Is this when Ethan was staying over?
Yeah, Ethan was there too.
This other kid who wrote for the
I love
magazine,
Ethan.
New Gen magazine, one time who goes to Cal. Like,
But we were all crashing
Yeah.
at Ben's. We'd go to the meet from, I don't know, the meet was in the afternoon, which was clutch because
Yeah,
the mornings
perfect.
we were just degenerates. We'd go get the same burrito every day, come back.
breakfast burritos.
I need to recover.
Yeah, just lay there.
Yeah.
Go to the meet. I'd rip like 3,000 photos, just way too many. Come back, start editing. People would like be.
We'd have like 4 or 5
People would be
photographers.
pre-gaming while
And I'll
you were
just like
editing
crank
photos.
it. I'd like play beer pong and also be editing at the same time, finishing up. Get all my photos out.
People would start to pull. Like, every night we'd be like, "Bro, this party's gonna be a dud." Like, there's not even that many people coming, and then like 2
Like,
hours later,
whoops,
Everyone
it's
just
a
drinking their
band.
sorrows away from the
and then we'd be
prelims.
like, "Bro, this party's way more lit than we thought it would be." Like,
Too lit. Like you can't
Yeah.
move lit.
like you can't even hear the music lit. Like,
Is that like super stressful? Like photography is so much of it is about like how quickly you get
No,
it out. Or is
well,
that,
like so I was
Joe's
shooting
just built
for
different. Like, too.
I was
He's a
shooting for
grinder.
NAU and CU at NCAAs, and I'd like when I shoot meets, I hate sprinting. It's like so fast. There's not a
So
lot of
many
opportunities. But like when you're shooting a race, like you say you're shooting a team, you have like 10 seconds to capture the race. I'm
Yeah.
like, I can't do
Right,
that stress.
right,
So I just
right.
picked 5K and 10K schools. So I was doing NAU and CU. Plenty of times to shoot
Yeah.
laps, get plenty of photos. When those races are done, I'd run up to like my little workstation.
Get the photos of the baddies so you can DM them too.
That's right.
like export them, send
Like,
them off
whoa,
to the
save that one for
schools.
later. Whoa.
And then I was,
Oh, you said it,
and
not
like
me.
the schools really only need like one photo
After
for
dark.
their press release and like 2 or 3 for their Instagram. So I'd
Right.
finish those, and then the rest were just for fun and like my friends. So I just edit those and just do
Yeah.
whatever. But
Do you like
also-
nerding out like editing? I mean, I guess Ben too. You guys are both photographers, so like
I wouldn't consider myself a photographer anymore, but
Used to be.
I used to. That's where.
Shout out BXN Photo.
dude. That's the.
no, but do you just like have a bunch of preset like color filters and stuff,
then
and
it's
you
just
just
like
run
minor
it
tweaks,
through?
like export.
Okay,
and,
okay, that's you got a system.
Yeah. But like most
put that there, like,
photographers,
so
especially in
long
running,
ago.
are just old fat guys.
Oh yeah,
who
I
can't
noticed
move.
that at the meets
So
that we
I've
went
gotten
to.
They got their own
jobs
little seats and
just
stuff they bring with
because-
them, and it's like, bro,
Just because I'm mobile and I can move, I got like
already like top percentile.
Yeah.
I showed up to. I was ass at taking photos. It was USA's indoors 2019 at Ocean Breeze.
Okay.
And I'd finish a race. You can like see me on the NBC stream, like sprinting up the stairs, run to my computer, export the photos, give it to the runner space guy. He post it right away, and just like
Meanwhile, photographer
Yeah.
B is already struggling to get up still from their
and like
from sitting
I'd
crisscross
like, I'd
applesauce.
literally sprint. I'd have the photo of them in like 45 seconds. They'd be the first one to post it, and like
Yeah.
I've gotten jobs just because I can do that, and like other guys can't.
Dude,
get
That's
them.
great. That seems stressful to me.
Yeah.
Like that seems so stressful. It's
No,
like
You got to make it happen.
because I
It
love
is,
to
but,
like
like-
shoot a whatever. Like we go to the track and do a beer mile, shoot a video, and I'm like, I'll edit it 3 days
Also,
later.
though,
I'm
like,
like,
I
oh,
obviously-
I got time.
I've been
I don't
more
give a
so drawn to do
fuck.
that.
I obviously
recent.
want to put out the best thing possible, but the bar is so low. Like even still in
Yeah,
photos,
true.
like if it's not my best work, like most of the time,
If it's not
still
blurry, it's a
pretty
good
okay.
photo.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it's in focus and you got a nice
Like
camera,
the
it's gonna
bar
look
is
good.
so low
Yeah.
That was the one
anyone
thing that
can
stood
get in
out
running
to me
photography.
at Texas qualifier when we were like kind of hammered.
There's a lot of good photographers there.
There were
Yeah,
there were too
were.
many there. There were too many.
There were
there.
more photographers there than
there were
audience.
too many.
people.
Which I think
Fans.
like, as a
especially for the
viewers, I thought was
10K,
sick,
like
yeah.
there were more
yeah.
photographers.
And there were some really obnoxious ones there too.
I just remember like
We got yelled at Kansas City qualifier. Or
Wait, we did?
I got yelled at because I was apparently
Wearing a
blocking
do-rag.
shots by
Oh,
the
that's fucked
steeple.
up. That's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Because I like
I've definitely
set,
done that. I've definitely done
I
that
set my
before.
GoPro to get a shot of the steeple.
Hey,
in
fuck that,
slow-mo,
dude. We had
and
some-
I was
I
in the
mean,
way.
It was a
Apparently.
fucking sick video.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was sick.
I blocked a finish line camera before.
Yeah.
that's
Hey,
fucked up.
whatever.
It was a
happens.
big invitational too. That's why Rich Gonzalez doesn't like me. It was at Arcadia.
Big me, not the
It
biggest
wasn't like the
me.
finish line, but it was the 1600 split for the mile.
Oh, who cares?
gives
That's
a
what I'm
shit?
saying.
Who gives
I
a
gotta,
shit?
yeah, but yeah, he was just like, and he like wouldn't tell me why he was mad at me, and I was just like, and then like I essentially like heard it like through the grapevine like later, and I was just
What
like,
year was this?
15,
Okay.
like a sophomore. I'd like already gotten the backpack though, so it was chill.
But I feel like you still did stuff with him.
No, I
Even
didn't.
after
I would
that.
like shoot like from the side.
Have you talked to him since?
Like not really.
Dude, that's like high school girlfriend shit. Just,
Really,
like,
but it's
not
also
telling
like,
you what you
but it's
did
also
wrong.
like he's
Yeah.
still like
Yeah.
you know probably getting a hard on for Newbury Park. Like,
How did you get in with Flow Track originally when you were like,
dude, I was at
12.
the Arcadia Invitational, and there was this guy named James Cameron. I literally went up to him and was just like,
Forgot about James.
I was literally like, yo,
was
like,
he like the OG guy that did the Run Junkie?
Not
No, that was
OG,
fucking,
but he was like
or not OG, but
he was
like-
like second generation.
Yeah,
Flow
okay, that's
Track,
what
yeah.
my OG because when I hit
Yeah.
yeah, and I was like, yo, like I want to work for Flow Track. Like, what can I do? Like, I'll literally do anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And we had a connection because.
And he was like anything.
And he's like, you'll do anything? No, he had run against my brother in high school.
Yeah,
and
he
so
ran for UW too, right?
yeah, he broke 4 minutes for UW.
Yeah.
But yeah, he ran at Mission Viejo. He was Orange County champion.
Yep. And also directed Avatar.
Yeah, different James Cameron. Yeah, he was.
What a beast.
He has a kid now too. I think his kid's like 3 or 4. Shout out Mason. Yeah, I think that's his name.
Mason, big listener of the pod. Shout out.
Big pod supporter. He's top tier on Patreon.
He's our top supporter. Yeah, $50 a month. Patreon.
But no, and then I had ended up doing some stuff like with them, and they like gave me a camera to do interviews the next week at Mount Sac Relays.
Okay.
And then he also was like,
I remember that's when you got the video of Philip.
that's when I got
doing
the
the
videos
know
of like
yourself.
everybody.
That
bro.
was an
Yeah.
iconic video.
That
video
video
is
is
so,
so
like,
iconic.
That was so
lives in high
2015.
school.
Doing the whip to know yourself.
That-
Drake song in 2015 in the whip and the nay.
What's that guy up to these days?
Philip, dude, he's
in the
Colin,
army, right?
No, he's
Mount
back. He's
Sac,
back at
baby.
Mount Sac. I don't know if he was coaching or running there, but Colin Ulrich,
Yeah.
told me he's back at Mount
Colin
Sac. But to
Ulrich.
keep it on the DL,
Colin Ulrich.
Colin Ulrich, bro,
Why
Colin
is it
Ulrich.
back
Back in the
DL?
day, oh my god! So we had this group chat.
He used to send me
called
photos of his
Runner's
aero.
World V2, and
like
he
our
was in
Marvin's
it,
room.
and he just it was like. I forget how it was a bunch of kids that were in and at New Balance
Ian
Nationals.
Delgado.
Yeah.
Dude, did he sell Cutco?
Yeah.
Jackson Messler.
Cutco
Jackson Messler was Cutco Salesman of the Month.
So was Ian. But
know?
anyways, this group chat
That's a
started as
skill,
like
though.
a bunch
Salesman
of guys.
skill.
It's still going on. Honestly, like kind of funny that it still exists because it started like sophomore year of high school. But it's like a bunch of guys went to nationals and then like friends of friends entered. And Colin Ulrich was in it for like a week.
Dude.
Just shat on every kid in the group chat and then just bounced and was never heard from again. Like deleted Instagram and fell off the map.
Yeah, he would like send me screenshots of like his cart on aeropostale.com and be like, yo, bro, are these fits hard? And I would just like not respond. But yeah, no, he like had said something that, well, he also had like texted Cooper, DM Cooper, and been like saying how he's trying to walk on, and Cooper just didn't respond either.
He was pretty good though.
Dude, he was like,
a
he
nine guy.
No, he didn't break 9.
Yeah, he did.
He really got like 902.
My like senior year he did, I think.
Okay, he and Matt Strangio were homies.
He went to NAU, not even so he was like good enough for Oregon.
He like was coached by the same person as Luis, I think. So like he like got it into walk on NAU.
Oh.
I'm like not trying to shit on him, but
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
might
like
we might not want to include this part.
That's fine.
maybe no, I don't include the Aeropostale part. That is like you like can't ever live down from that. Like yo, bro, these fits hard. Like bro, you're on Aeropostale.com. Get the fuck out of here,
Dude, every time I walk, like if I'm in a mall or something, I walk past Aeropostale.
They're still in
with their,
business.
I'm like,
There's like shirtless, sexy dudes outside.
yeah,
with, like,
yeah.
this reminds me of middle school, and I want to fucking kill myself.
Not good.
like how do I become one of those guys? No, the what else was I gonna say about Colin? What was I saying about him? Yeah, he had said that Philip Rocha was like at Mount Sac, like coaching there or running there, but also back in the day, man, Philip Rocha and Austin Tamagno. Austin Tamagno, honestly, one of the most OG homies. Such a great runner in high school. You guys are familiar with?
I know the
Austin.
name.
He ran like 409 as a true freshman, like in high school.
He had the freshman
national
record
record
Yeah,
for 2
podiumed
weeks.
every year at state in California, like
That's nuts. Yeah.
which is like
Yeah.
Top 3
Impossible.
states for sure.
in California too, like.
Went to elite camp
Camp.
every single year.
That's,
Like,
that's
yeah.
And he ran it, ended up running at Oregon, broke 340, like PR'd by senior year. Like ended up breaking his freshman PR. So he's definitely on the uptrend. I think he's trying to keep running now, and I wish nothing but the best. I think he can do it if he wants to. If not, he'll have a successful career in real estate. I think his neighbor's a real estate agent, so he has an in there.
There we go. Okay.
But yeah,
real estate over finance. I mean,
he is. Austin does give big finance bro energy.
Finance,
no,
bro.
he gives real estate bro energy for sure.
No, LinkedIn plug. Know who's a real estate agent now?
Matt or no, Luke Buscedra.
Matt.
Yes,
Matt
but
Lano,
also
too.
you're not ever gonna
Matt
get
Lano
this. Just graduated.
Who?
Rob Brandt.
Really?
Rob Brand
really?
is going to
Okay.
be extremely rich.
Yo, for sure.
Rob Brand
Yeah,
is like
for sure.
he like got his master's in like real estate business from Georgetown.
Yeah, oh, I totally
Like
believe
he's
it.
like
Didn't he
not,
get a
he's not like
contract, though,
selling
too?
houses. He's like
Shit.
selling like office buildings and like apartments.
I mean, that's where the money.
Yeah, like,
He's
he's like-
selling
he's-
$100,000 houses doesn't get you
No,
anywhere.
no,
So
he's
you got to
like-
sell the millions of dollars.
he's like
shout
selling
out
apartment
LinkedIn for that
buildings.
plug.
He's like selling complexes in DC. Like
Yeah,
he's gonna be rich. But no,
Also, great guy.
great guy, amazing guy, Southern California boy.
Was he a Dumiler?
He like
Did he commit?
he
and
committed but
just-
then didn't do it. But I
Yeah.
like seen him running on the back bay. Like when I was in high
Okay.
school, I would see him running on the back bay.
He's a SoCal
Yeah,
legend.
he's a SoCal legend. But no, yeah, same high school as Shane Bissell and Charlie Sherman.
Yeah, I know. Loyola, right?
Yeah, dude. Also, their paths went very different after high school. 416 miler to taking bong rips of lavender. Don't want to test positive for weed. I'm gonna hit this lavender bowl instead. Dude, I just speak the truth, man. But
Facts are facts.
Facts are facts. No, but then they Philip Rocha and Austin Tamagno had this like beef, like honestly an OG running beef in high school because Austin broke the Mount Sat course record his junior year. We're in like 14:23 there, and Philip like. It was Austin ran on like a Friday type thing because he was like a lower division or a higher division,
Smaller school, whatever.
Yeah, small school.
Oh, he had the SAT the next day.
No. This was the next year.
Oh yeah.
The next year, like him and Philip were like gonna battle it out on the Saturday in like the big boy invitational race, and Austin was like, "Oh no, I have to take the SAT. Like school comes first type shit. Like
Nerd.
cap, bro." And Philip goes solos like 1 second off the course record. He's like, it's a soft record. If I would have had competition, I would have beat it. And Austin was just like, like some records aren't meant to be broke. Like glad to see like, people like can realize how hard like that record truly is type stuff.
They would subtweet each other
they're
all
all
the
In
time.
high school, I was glued
man.
to my screen. This was like TMZ for me. I love this.
And they-
As
and
like
they
a
And Gordon
shitty-
Mack was in the middle of it.
as a,
Oh,
as a
there we
shitty
go.
high school runner, I loved it.
Yeah.
Joe, you said you see as a shitty high school runner? Joe, I was a shitty high. I never broke 5, bro. You were like in the
Alright,
430s.
alright,
Come on,
We
bro.
were all bad high school runners.
Carter, you ran like 918.
Carter, you were on the Oregon team.
Yeah.
You can't say
Carter,
you were
you
a
scored
bad
at
runner.
nationals
I didn't
for Oregon.
start on the Oregon team though. I
Yeah, but
sucked.
you ended up there. Doesn't
Compared to
matter.
every single person on
Carter,
the
you
Oregon
ran like
team, I
23:50 in the 8K.
This fucking guy. It's like, hey, I'm just like you guys.
No, I am.
Carter, you
Really?
made
You ever break
it.
18 in the
I
5K?
didn't make
break
varsity until my senior year of high school.
I don't
That's
care.
You got 30
I am,
CIF.
So-
I
that's
am Michael
something.
Jordan.
Yeah, type K, bro.
That's
I made
fine.
JV, so I worked my
Really,
ass
I
off.
was a bad runner.
Carter, what
You
did
also
run in high
didn't. You
school?
also didn't. Hit, can we show your ID photo, your driver's license photo, for reference? Carter didn't hit his growth spurt till his senior year either.
Yeah.
He didn't go.
I was,
college.
that's
I
right.
was under 100
Damn
pounds
near.
until senior year.
Jesus.
Holy, wow.
and wasn't
Okay.
malnourished.
I was
Oh my fucking god.
when I was driving.
How was that
like,
kid able to drive? Am I right?
I had to have like a booster seat to
Holy
hit the gas pedal. I got pulled
My
over.
guy's sitting on
I
phone
got
books.
pulled over 3 times because the cop thought I stole the car.
Actually,
Because I was so
That's-
fat.
I would believe it.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like
Can we show it to the camera?
so small.
Yeah. I think that one's dead. You got to show it to that one or this one.
Oh.
Can we also just flash Carter's driver's license on camera?
Oh.
Yeah, wait. I don't know if
We
we want
shouldn't
all
do
your.
that. We
I don't,
shouldn't
yeah,
do
let's
that.
not do that. We're not gonna put your date of birth.
I look really young.
20 Victoria.
Here's everything you need to
Casa.
answer my security questions for any site ever.
Address,
Social
The
security
hospital I was
number
born
is-
at, my first pet.
It's all right here.
Carter like conspicuously gets his like identity stolen a few days after this.
So when would you say that you got fast then?
His senior year.
Of college?
Senior year of
school.
college.
No, I still don't think I was fast.
What did you graduate high school
I
running?
could have ran.
What were you-
What'd you run in high school?
What did I run?
Yeah, what was your best in high school?
By the end, I ended up running 4:25 and 9:18.
I mean,
That's pretty good.
for
respectable.
I would
In
say that's
California,
really
you might
good,
not
but,
say
like,
that's
for being
good.
a
California,
D1
it's ass,
runner-
Yeah, but
Yeah.
national,
Oh, yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
I mean,
for
my
sure.
junior year, I had run 4:46 in the mile and 9:59 in the 2
Oh, dude,
mile.
our PRs are pretty
That's like
close.
JV.
Junior.
Yeah, that's what I was
senior.
gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty similar PRs. Yeah.
Gotta talk
yeah.
into the mic, my boy.
Sorry.
So I want the people to hear this. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's good to hear.
Wait, so then so then you go to college.
Then I
You
go to
weren't. Did you
college.
just say you weren't on the team?
No,
at
I
first?
was on the
club for
running
2
club.
years.
Oh,
For
okay.
2 years,
Wait,
yeah.
did you go to
Oregon.
club? Did you go to the NIRCA races or
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
Our
Wait, you
Oregon
ran at one of the
guy-
fucking NIRCA races?
Yeah.
Which did you go to Hershey?
Yep. 2016.
Our guy.
Oh,
there?
that was 1 year after I graduated.
Darn
Shit,
it,
I was gonna
dude.
say, oh my god, we
2016
actually ran
was
the same
legendary.
race
Our-
before you got
our
good.
team-
What? What the
Our
fuck?
year, like the year we won.
I remember.
You guys
so
swept,
good.
didn't you?
No, we went 2, 4, 6, 8, 32.
I remember 2016 being
32
so
was who's 32?
August.
Damn, August.
Fucking bring
He's
it
a
up the
surfer
rear.
now.
Yeah, he is.
I remember
Half Moon Bay.
2016 just being so fucking mad. I was like, these Oregon kids, like,
Were you there?
yeah.
He was there. Yeah,
Where'd you
I
run
wasn't,
at?
but he was there.
How college you go to?
2016.
We were both at Iowa State.
Oh,
but
Cyclones.
different times.
Well,
What was
20
the guy's name that won?
Oh, Rob.
Rob.
Rob's
Yeah, he had the mustache.
Shout out
Jesus, Rob.
boy.
Yeah. Tell Rob I said what's up. He probably doesn't know who I am, but
You probably
Oh,
does.
he probably does.
Rob has a good
I looked
memory.
up to him when I was on club for sure because
Yeah.
he like dominated.
He's like
the
one of those
scene.
people that he'll talk to you at a party and he'll like remember you forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
sick. That's a good
So,
quality to have.
yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
Dude, Rob's such like he's like a degenerate, but also like really smart.
That's what I'm like. He has a good charisma. Like
Yeah.
like he'll talk to you at a party and he'll remember the.
Yeah.
That's
You're a nice
Ben.
guy, for
Degenerate, but
sure.
really smart. And has
Yeah,
very good charisma.
somehow have everybody fooled.
Every high school girl and boy's parents fool.
Honestly,
yeah.
the
Every
only characteristic you need to be successful.
I mean, honestly,
What?
yeah.
True.
Charisma?
Honestly,
Yeah.
Billy.
What
Yeah,
Put all
really.
your points, into
Yeah.
charisma.
What did you think of Oregon's running club team like that year before nationals?
I didn't hate you guys as much as Indiana. Because Indiana is just a bunch of old fucks who are like, oh, I don't have any more
They
eligibility.
had like the
Oh, really?
PhD.
Well,
they
yeah.
had like a 31-year-old
So after that
PhD
year,
student
NIRCA
who's, like,
changed
really
the
good.
rule because
It's
I
like
was the
Boston
only
Bob
runner that
Kennedy.
Oregon sent
Yeah.
to regionals.
Yeah.
And I got like, I think I got second, and then that automatically qualified us for nationals.
Oh,
we didn't
like-
have to send a full team to regionals.
And
And
after
then,
that, they changed
so we
that.
weren't even ranked in the top 10, not even in honorable mentions.
I remember
And we
that,
showed
actually.
up and we just dominated.
Yeah.
And NIRCA changed the rule. Like,
There
you
was,
have to send a full team to regionals.
I think there was like a
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
Run thread that was
Yeah.
like, yo, what's up? Oregon's gonna like fucking shit on everybody.
Blake Haney's running. Like, oh, no.
Yeah.
What does
Alright.
NIRCA stand for?
National
National
Intercollegiate Running Club.
Oh, it's like I thought it was.
Association.
Dude, okay, I'm
not
drunk. I
you.
always thought it was NER. Like
I thought it was
CA.
you. All right, what's your favorite Let's Run thread ever?
Oh,
one where I got death threats.
That was a good one.
Oh,
Carter,
nice.
Carter Centro.
Oh,
Carter
yeah.
Centro
he's
saga.
your move Centro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Your
fair.
moves.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I mean,
Carter.
I knew that,
Yeah. Yeah, people hate
Mine's
me.
got it. There's a Reed Fisher thread that's
Please.
incredible. It's a We Love Reed Fisher thread. Gotta look it up.
but I mean,
And
he's
it's-
a hard guy not to like.
No, I know,
let's
and
be
it
honest.
started off as like Reed, you came in fourth at USA's. You're like not that good at running at this time. Like that's sick. Good for you.
What did he come in fourth at?
And then it just went absurd and it was like Reed. You saved my mother from a burning house. Yada yada. yada. It's like, I goes off for like 5 pages. It's absolutely incredible.
That is incredible.
I'm
Yeah,
a big Reed Fisher fan.
I think the next
Go read
Let's
tomorrow.
Run thread
Dude,
Tomorrow
good.
goes at it.
Yeah, I'm
that's gonna
excited to
blow
see him.
up is
About this podcast.
Well, this,
And how
this
I'm
podcast.
canceled.
Dude, we've been trying to get canceled. We
We're
haven't got there yet.
uncancelable. That's what we
You sound
started.
like something Kanye would say, or Dave Chappelle. Honestly,
I've been trying. Just like somebody posts on Let's Run, Matt Centrowitz sucks ass at Call of Duty. That'll go viral for sure.
yeah.
Probably.
What's
Yeah.
the closest you guys have been to being canceled?
None.
Never anything.
I got canceled my freshman year of high school. Back in the
what?
day. Did I ever tell you the
Could you
bracket
get
story?
canceled back
How,
then?
yeah. How?
I got like I was like, you can't expel me because I am not coming here anymore.
Oh, you Uno reverse them.
Basically,
You're not firing me. I'm quitting.
yeah, literally, it's a Richard Nixon, bro. But no, that's literally what my parents said, and I was like, "Who's Richard Nixon?" No, but no, me and my homies, it was like, because I went to public school like K through 5, and then 6, 7, and I went to like a private school, and at that private school, like my homies were like going to a private high school. This high school called Mater Dei. It's like the biggest Catholic school like west of Chicago. they have a thing called Heisman Lane because they've had like 3 Heisman Trophy winners like go there. So it's like their quad. Like they won.
Stanley Johnson.
They beat Chino Hills my freshman year, like where like the Ball brothers went.
Yeah.
Like in like the California State Championship in basketball. We were there insane. I was the mascot that year too. Just fucking sick. I got to I got photos with all the trophies, a lion, but we were the Monarchs. I don't get it. I thought we should be butterflies, to be honest.
Imagine you going around in a butterfly costume.
Dude, I would have pulled it off. But no, give me my credit where it's due. No, but we ended up, like, me and my friends, was like March time, and we're like, yo, what if we did a March Madness bracket of like the best looking girls in our grade? And made a Twitter account.
Some Mark Zuckerberg shit from back in the day, hot or not.
And what if we like made a Twitter account too and like had people vote on it? And so it honestly
So this was a group thing?
This was but I was very much the ringleader though.
It was generation high school.
It was like my idea.
Okay.
Like at the time I was like, no, it was a group thing. It was like equal, but it's like no, it was like me. It was mostly me and this one other kid who was honestly the homie. I hope he's doing well. If Sam, if you're listening to this,
did he get in trouble?
Yeah, we both got fucked.
But not by the girls, by the school.
Debatable.
It was a win-win.
It was a win-win because everyone. It got like it spread like wildfire.
Did the girls like it?
Some of them did. The ones, the like 1s and 2 seats, yeah.
If they like their seeds,
baby.
No, but we're like doing it for like let's say a week. It's like pretty popular, like. You know, and even it gets to the point.
They know it was you. Like everyone knew it was you running.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. I mean, we were not quiet about it. We were like, yo, like, I was like, we'd be like texting girls, like, hey, did you see the bracket, like thing, and then on.
Do you like your C? I mean,
no, literally, and then like those are the text messages that are like printed out in the fucking like disciplinary review council meeting with the thing. And I'm just like, my parents are just like, is that a winky face? Like,
your dad's like, oh, you spit some game.
Like, damn, son, I see you. My mom's just like, boys will be boys.
Locker room talk.
Yeah, okay. And so I wonder who they voted for. No, I'm kidding. But then they, there was one point too where there was this teacher named Mr. Gainey, bro. He was the like boys soccer coach. Honestly, like he was like the DILF teacher where like the girls would like always stay after class, and he's like, hey Crawford, like I saw that bracket thing, I filled one out, and we're just like, whoa, Mr. Gainey,
shut the fuck
up. But also, and some of the girls were like, oh, what'd you do? No, but he it does that, and like it's then one day, let's say like people are filling them out and the administration's like kind of catching on to it, and like people will be filling them out at lunch, and we have iPads at the school and they have this app called AirWatch, so basically they can see everything that you do and they have full control over the iPad.
Big brother, man.
Literally. But you sign into contracts as a private school, and so one day it's like a Friday and there's a dual meet at the school that day for track, and it's my freshman year, and this kid's like, hey, everyone's like in the quad, like a bunch of these girls are crying, bro, like this is not good, like all this stuff, and I'm like going to the bathroom, bro, and I'm like deleting emails and like texts off the iPad and like all this shit.
Fucking Hillary Clinton.
Literally, do I know like they can fucking recover all this deleted shit? And we're like at the dual meet, and this kid's like, bro, like you better delete that shit. I'm like sitting under the pop-up tent, like still going back deleting it. And then the Monday, our first period, we're in like a religion class. It's me and my homie Sam who like did it. And we're the security guard comes in, takes both of our iPads, and we look at each other like, bro, we're fucked. Next period, get called into like dean's office, and there's like 3 deans, and basically, and the whole time I'm just like deny, even though they have all the evidence, like IP addresses, like to my like.
Did you hold your ground, or were you
held my ground the entire time, bro? To the point where
you convinced yourself you didn't do it.
Where the deans were just like, like. There's like certain characteristics of someone who's lying, and you're exhibiting those, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No eye contact.
That was Ben's main character moment.
Yeah, seriously. There was the height of it though was Stanley Johnson, player. I think he's still in the NBA, plays for the Pistons. Was like, oh Ben, like I saw that bracket thing, and he was the type. He was like California Player of the Year, where he would just like. He didn't wear a uniform to school. Like we had to wear like khakis and collared shirts. He'd wear sweatpants and a fucking Nike shirt. And he would just walk around campus like during the day, like during classes. Like he would just fuck around. Everyone would be like, "Yo, what's good, Stan?" Like, he'd be like, "Hey," he was a really nice guy. But he like came up to me and I was just like, "Yo, like we lit. Like he knows what's up." And then we got suspended. Like basically there was like a disciplinary review council meeting, literally a fucking trial for my life. And my parents are there.
I'm fighting for my life.
I'm fighting for my fucking life.
Private school thing.
Literally. And Well, also, this was like the first time I'd actually ever gotten in trouble with like a school before. Because my mom was a teacher, like not at my school, but like a teacher. So she's always like, you always respect your teachers, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'd never even gotten a detention. And then I'm straight suspended for 2 weeks. I'm in tears. My dad's like, oh, let's go to McDonald's and get a Shake Shack, son. I'm just like, okay. And then I get suspended for 2 weeks. And my parents are like, and it was the 2 weeks right before spring break. So it's like 3 weeks.
Oh, shit.
And my parents weren't mad. Because it like I don't know, I guess it wasn't
Just
like,
disappointed.
No, it wasn't even malicious. Like we took a vacation when I was suspended.
Hell yeah.
So it was lit, bro. But I got,
Where'd you go?
San Francisco. And I got like suspended from the track team for 2 weeks. And like, but I still had to go to the dual meet and fucking like rake the sand, the long jump pit and shit.
Oh yeah.
Being hurdle crew.
Community service.
Literally, no. I got two Saturday schools, like 20 detentions,
Saturday school?
and like basically you have to go to school on Saturday for 4 hours and like help like clean up and like set shit up.
Yeah.
Like one of them we had to like set up for a mass because it was a Catholic school. But no, and we had like I got like 10 detentions and like 20 like lunch details, which is you for the second half of lunch you push around a trash can and like collect people's trash. And I wouldn't be seeing you doing. They'd be like, "Hey," and you're just like, "Hey," like they know why I'm pushing this trash can.
That bracket was sick.
No, bro, literally, and like
it's like not even shameful because it's like everyone's like,
That's how
we
all.
did it.
It's like almost like a badge of honor. It's like,
It was, but
like
at this, like looking
2012,
back, like
that
I
wasn't
definitely
that bad.
understand how
Yeah.
it fucked some
Yeah,
girls'
it's-
self-esteems
Yeah,
over.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I feel bad about it in that sense.
But it is also like OJ, I did it. Like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm pushing
type
I'm
shit.
pushing this trash can. Like,
Yeah,
you know why?
exactly. No,
Yeah.
and so we and after it was all over, like this happened in like March or April, and then I was like, public school it is for sophomore, junior, and like the thing was too, it's like all the kids at the public school like and everything like knew it was me, like
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
knew what
yeah.
happened, and
Yeah.
so it was like
You were
cool.
there.
But the thing is too is like, and I was on AS, and okay, the best part about this story is. I won our student government election while all of this was going on against one of the girls who was like a very low seat.
I was gonna be saying.
this guy Trump? Like, what is going on here?
God, no.
Everybody hates him, but he still wins.
But no, like I was running for like sophomore class vice president because it was for the next year.
Okay.
And like before, I'm like, I have this in the bag, whatever. And then the whole bracket scandal happens, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like, am I gonna win?
Fight
Like,
the scandal.
like it's whatever.
Gotta hire like a fucking political.
I won by
consultant.
1%. The fuck thing is that they showed us the results.
What?
Like they literally had
down
us
the
with our
votes?
backs turned to the computer, and then like pulled like, okay, vice president, like Ben and Kaylee, turn around, and we walk into the computer and look. I literally won by 1%, and the best
showed
thing
you
was
that.
before the girl was like saying the story about how her brother like played football on the team and was not voted team captain by 1 vote because he didn't vote for himself, and she's like, yeah, I didn't vote for myself either, and I was like, I voted for myself, like
Of course you vote for your.
course,
Why
like,
wouldn't you
it's a
if you're
free
trying to
vote.
run? Yeah.
yeah, and then I literally win by like 1%. So it's like maybe it was 1 vote, maybe it was like 2 or 3, but still I was like, damn, that sucks.
Should've voted for
getting
yourself.
because I didn't go to the school the next year. But I got on ASB at the public school because like my brother was like ASB president, they're our senior class president. And so I was on. They were like, oh yeah, he was on ASB at the private school. I'll honor it. And so I got put on ASB. It was. Honestly, the ASB there was so much cooler. We just got to do whatever the fuck we wanted, and just be like, "Oh, we're on ASB. It's cool." And then just be like, "Okay."
You remember when you ran for president and I took your pictures?
I won.
at the
Okay.
school?
Also, my senior year, I ran for ASB president. Won by default, and they're like, "Fuck, this kid's about to be president." Yo, like the election, like they didn't. They're like the rules, like we're
Too many
changing.
at-home ballots. Can't
No, they're
apply.
changing they like changed the rules because this girl, like the girl I ran against, like broke one of the rules. So like I had won by default. But then a bunch of people were saying that because ASB president was the only position you had to have a year of experience for. And everything else was fair game. And a bunch of people were saying it's not fair that you have to have a year of experience for that. Like it counts people out. And I was just like, no. Like I think it's cool. We need that year. I'm glad to be president. Looking back, I'm really glad I wasn't president because that was a huge responsibility, and I would kind of just fucked around my senior year. I was not. I was
lot of work.
I was a technology commissioner. So basically, I got aux at the pep rally. And like I hosted a couple pep rallies. But yeah, I just got aux at the pep rallies.
Big
Still
tech bro.
takes aux to this day.
Still takes
Doesn't
aux
give
to
a
this
Still
day.
plays
What
music
else?
way too loud.
Yeah,
Yup.
that was one of Parker Max's biggest
And
pet
doesn't
peeves
take
at camp.
suggestions.
That you played music
I would
too
be
loud.
bumping
Ben-
music in the hands, bro.
Ben destroys your eardrums whenever you're in the car.
But yeah, no, and so
And
that
if I ever like a song, it's always skipped.
I have terrible ADHD.
Okay, wait.
20
So,
seconds skip.
what are you bumping then? What's the
I
favorite
love
song?
Kanye West, J. Cole. Okay, I listen to also like
He's saying these, but he never listens to them in the car.
Okay,
Because
25
I like these
So what does
artists.
he skip in the car? Like what's some good shit that he skips
slander
in the car?
him.
Yeah, slander me.
Okay.
Baby King or no fucking Frank Ocean, like
Frank Ocean's solid.
Ben
yeah,
and I
you know?
have
Tyler the Creator. I listen to like
our Venn diagram has gotten smaller and
smaller,
smaller.
but he's
Okay,
ventured
that's
way
sad.
more into like indie music,
Yeah,
like
I'm like
a
soft
band called
indie boy.
Japanese
Okay,
Breakfast.
Okay.
Like there's like he's like went to there's like Japanese breakfast, tennis, car wash. Like they fucking pulling these names out of a hat or something. Goddamn, like okay, beer
I'm in
cans.
small artists.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm listening to like
Cheaper tickets.
Future fucking. I also listen to weird
Valid.
shit. Like I'll listen to like I don't know 1940s like barbershop quartet type shit. And
Ben
then
has the most diverse
the
music
next
taste.
song
But
will-
he'll play him Taco Taco Toe.
okay,
Whatever
I'll
it
play.
is.
I love like Dominican music
Like he'll
too.
play this in the
okay.
car
Dude,
and
you would've
leave
fucking-
on the whole
You would have
song.
loved our Uber here.
I was just gonna say
fucking loved our Uber here.
reggae DJ Uber,
Like just
man.
like a
Yes.
10-second
Oh, yeah.
bit in the mic.
Basically just like taco 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 taco, and it goes.
And it's just
I mean that.
It makes you feel like you
obnoxiously
need a hookah
loud.
in the center
Yeah.
console. That's what it makes you feel like.
Like, I don't know what to do with my hands in this Uber. Like, fuck.
Where's the hookah? No, but yeah, it's like my music palette is extremely diverse in that sense. But it's that's essentially I guess though the story of my high school career and
Back to that.
Well, no, I want to close it out. I don't want to leave anybody cliffhanging, but yeah. And then Oregon was actually the last college that I got into. I was ready to go to Oregon State and join the Naval ROTC there. I was like, if I don't get into
Shit.
Oregon, that's what I was gonna do.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's like you come out a fucking commissioned officer, good pay. You're probably gonna get ripped
ROTC
while
is
you're
a-
at it.
You
good
retire
deal.
early.
Yeah, retire early, get a good pension.
Yep.
Whatever. But no, and
a
then I
good
got
route.
into Oregon, so fuck the military, I guess.
Moral of this story.
Long story short.
Long story short, don't join the military. No, I guess I don't know. Imagine if they have the draft still. Imagine if we went to war with social media, like you'd be seeing
crazy.
like you'd be seeing people just like and there was a draft. People just like yo, like in the cuts, like oh shit, fucking napalm strike.
Bombs everywhere.
Somebody's like live
Doing
streaming
the
on-
renegade. While
Yeah, renegade. Oh fuck!
Renegade, I think they're in the fucking trees. Like,
They just like it's like breaking news. Like
I'm on like half military TikTok.
I love military.
There's this Future and 21 Savage song.
oh no,
that-
people are like saying that it's like this like trend has done more for military advertisement than any
Actually,
like military
it's
ad
so
ever.
sick. It's just these guys in the army, and they just post sick videos they've taken from wherever they are, and just put it to this Future song, and they're the coolest videos ever.
It like
It's
makes you like be
you're
like
straight
damn.
out of
or
COD.
are they like on a fucking chopper?
Yeah.
Like, they're,
Yeah.
Or like an
I've
ace
seen
like
that.
hanging out
and then you
legs on
see
the
like
back of an
missile strikes in the
AC-130.
distance. It's sick.
What?
It's
I've
like
never
I'm
seen
joining
this.
the military.
Like it's
I'm
like,
like,
song?
oh shit, these guys
What song?
are
it's like some really random song.
I don't
It's like
know.
not a
yeah,
popular song.
I don't know the name of it, but it's like, yeah.
It's like
Sing it.
It's not Codeine Crazy. Carter hates trap music, but really likes Codeine Crazy by Future.
Just recently.
Recently,
Yeah. Recently, I've been on a hip hop kick.
Tyler the Creator,
And he's going to say
doesn't
it's, Tyler the Creator, Baby Keem, Kanye
He's a hip,
West.
you guys,
like-
are you guys on Twitter?
Yeah.
He's like
yeah.
Carter belongs on hip hop Twitter more than anywhere else on Twitter. Where it's like the viewers being like, bro, Kanye Yeezus completely like inverted the rap game type shit. And it's like I don't know.
R/Frank Ocean.
R/Frank Ocean, #1 user.
On our
Used to
That's
be.
Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
I do like Reddit is really fun.
Yeah,
Reddit's
it is.
awesome, yeah.
Carter put me onto Reddit back in the day.
Yeah.
Reddit's
I've
good.
been on Reddit for a long time.
It's too hard though. Like the threads have so many rules, and there's so many bots.
That
is
kick
true.
you out.
but
Like,
there is a subreddit for literally
Yeah,
anything.
I know, but I just
Yeah.
can't take the like. I'll do like photo
R/slash
stuff on
trashy.
there, and
Love
but
it.
like I can't
Trashy.
take all the rules.
Just
All
like
my posts
Hicks.
always get flagged and removed.
Or
That's why I'm a
I
LinkedIn
had
guy.
a viral
Sigs
Reddit
indoors.
post.
Wait, what?
Sigs
Backtrack.
indoors slaps so hard.
I love
Sigs
that.
Indoors is
There's
a
a-
subreddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Twitter bot that just like reposts that. It's pretty.
It's like it's
Oh
like
my
definitely a thing.
God.
People like
Still
Sigs
doesn't
Sigs
indoors.
compete
indoors.
with LinkedIn. Nothing competes with LinkedIn.
Is there
Especially-
Sigs indoors on LinkedIn?
There's
Probably
no
not.
Sigs
But
indoors on
especially in the
LinkedIn.
running world, I love LinkedIn because everyone loves to pretend that they're just an influencer, and if you look them up, you can see what they actually do, and it's so interesting.
That okay.
It
that's
is true.
Hi,
It
I'm
is
a-
true.
It's so
I'm a brand
interesting.
ambassador.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm not gonna name any names. I'm not.
I mean, it is true though. Like on social media, people like appear as though they're sponsored by someone,
or
and it's
just-
like, oh, they just got like a box of free shit, and then
Cool.
Or not
You
even
got
that.
a
Not
box of
even that. Not
Celsius
even
water.
influencer, but like they have full ass careers that you don't even know
Dude,
about.
or the
Celsius
opposite. Yeah,
fucks.
it could go either way. It could be like they're way whatever. They're not doing
think
anything
JUUL
crazy,
picked
or it could
them
be
up
like, holy
recently.
shit, like that guy's a lawyer or
Yeah.
something. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is
At least
going
I
And
on?
like pro
here.
runners too. Like I've learned about so many people who are like, holy shit, like you went to like Yale or Columbia and you're like a full on like either lawyer or PT like on your
Yeah.
side hustle. It's like
Yeah, that's legit.
yeah.
Damn, are we getting drinks on the rooftop?
We probably should.
I
Okay,
was
wait,
kind
dropping the
of
wallet.
trying to
I
like
have-
go out and do
I
something.
have, yeah, let's do that. I have like
I wanna
2 or
smoke
3
a
questions
cigarette.
that I want to make sure that I get answered because I haven't asked them yet. Okay,
Was
number
that-
1, spill the juice. Now that we're a little tipsy, how much does Cole Hawker make in a year?
$750,000 over 3 years.
You don't know.
No, that's what it is. It's what you told me to say that on the Beer Mile podcast.
Wait, did he say that?
No, I'm just. I was talking to Cooper, and Cooper was like, "You should spread a rumor saying I make like $7 million over 4 years."
I'm sorry, Cooper. I don't believe it.
Because Rojo and Weejo claim they know what like Hobbs and
They're liars.
Also,
They
like,
are
and
not.
also,
They
also,
don't know.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
go type on your keyboard.
So
buddy.
well, so that's what I'm wondering. I'm
I
like,
have no idea. Cole
like,
is.
no,
I don't even know directionally.
I wouldn't even
to
want
be
to ask
honest.
him. I wouldn't feel
Yeah.
comfortable
Okay.
asking
I,
that.
yeah, I don't feel comfortable asking.
Fair enough. Okay. Okay.
I mean, I would at least 6 figures.
It's
That's
a
all-
bag.
That's all you
It's
need.
a
Well, he's
bag.
getting paid a lot
For
of
sure,
money.
6
It's a
figures.
lot.
That's
of
all you
money,
need to know.
And yeah,
I mean, if Colleen,
Rightfully so.
if
He's
Colleen,
running
Rightfully
really
so.
well.
He's the
like-
best U.S. middle distance runner
he
right
is
now.
going to be the face of
the
middle
sport.
distance.
Oh, for
running.
sure.
Yeah,
Which is
for sure.
fucking hype.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
him and Cooper are for sure. Out next.
Okay, so
Love
yeah,
Hobbs.
that was the other question then. So like so is everyone else on the Oregon team right now gonna complete the rest of the year to your best of your knowledge, or is any of them
It's
considered
all up
pro?
in the
It's all up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
There's a lot of
'Cause I was
politics
on-
that go
so once
into it.
a ton of politics.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be all or
Nothing.
I thought it was gonna be all or nothing. So like
That's
once
what they-
Cole
that's what
announced,
they
I was
all
like, oh,
originally
Cooper's
said.
going next, and then Charlie's
Yeah.
going next, and then
Yeah.
like,
Well, and
that's
they were
what I
trying to make a
thought.
team.
You right.
Ben.
Oh, like the whole crew.
There's a
Ben
James
was-
West podcast where he spilled all of
So
that.
we're not the first to say
It
this,
is.
so I don't
No.
feel bad
Oh,
saying
okay.
Not
it.
at all. James
Okay.
West spilled this beans, and it's honestly still
Yeah, I saw that. That definitely wasn't supposed to get spilled, right?
no,
Definitely
not
not.
at
That
all.
was so early on too. Like,
So early on.
yeah, that was in like July, right?
We were in Boulder when it happened. We're just like,
well, it was already like 2 weeks old by that point.
and
too.
we look at it and we're just like, no way he just said this. Like,
Yeah.
such a James West thing to say.
So okay, so there was a
Original plan that I feel like that. I mean,
they
I
were
don't
gonna start a team, and
but who knows what's going to happen
it's
now?
just taking longer than
Yeah.
expected. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of moving parts with that.
Yeah, and a lot of politics.
Yeah.
wait. Has
And a
Cole
lot of
Cole
politics.
hasn't said what team he's going to train with as of right now?
No,
right?
He's just
being
18.
coached.
Just
He's
Nike.
He's still in
Being
school
coached
too.
by Ben Thomas.
and he's still doing school.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
So was the thing, Mo. She was telling us the other day. She's finishing classes. We're like,
Yeah.
We're just like, you got a bag.
yeah.
Sis. You know,
You're the best in the
you can
world.
buy
Like,
a degree. I bought a grade one time in high school. I bought an A in physics. I had a tutor take an online physics class for me. I did like the first
Okay,
like
I thought you bought.
no, I did like the I did like
Yeah.
the first 2 things, and then like with the tutor, and I sucked at it. My mom was just like, hey, can I just like pay to do this? And he was like, yeah, sure. Shout out moms, I love you.
Oh my god.
The homie. She knows what's
I
right
thought
for
that
me.
was gonna go more towards the like
Illegal
you paid
shit?
you paid the teacher directly
Nah,
for or
No,
other
shout out Mr.
acts.
Brazelton though, super cool.
Oh, okay, Mister. Okay.
His daughter came out as pansexual in our English class.
Why would you say this?
That's so
We go
weird,
from
though.
talking about contracts to him talking about paying his.
Wait, like
physics
as she
teacher.
was doing like an oral
Yeah, no,
essay,
it was like a
or,
thing, and everyone's just like, "Yo, like, was she just for real right now, or
She's
like?"
like, hey, everybody, so here's my report on fucking Hamilton.
No, it
and-
was like a personal essay type thing, and she was like saying like everyone like had to write something, and then she's like, like maybe it's like the way the wind blows, like I'm into more than one gender, like type, like poetic type shit, and everyone's like looking at her like, yo, what did she just say? Like, what? And then like. Obviously, word gets around. And everyone's like, "Yo, it's that girl that came out in the English class." Like,
okay. I mean, she probably got.
she works
an
at
A.
Disneyland now.
Shout
so.
out her though.
She probably got an A.
Yeah,
in
shout
the
out
class.
Jillian. Shout out Jillian. She did get an A in the class. Dinner.
Yeah, she's a big listener too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen her on the Patreon or on the OnlyFans. We're an OnlyFans podcast, not a Patreon. So.
Makes sense.
Is
Yeah,
Patreon
you know.
the move?
I don't know. We don't have one.
Oh, you
I
don't?
could
Okay,
definitely
thought
see you
did.
guys having a Patreon. To
I was
be
gonna
honest.
say, but I don't know. I don't like.
The
I was
after
thinking
dark
about
subscribe
it.
to a
stuff
pod
could
on
be on
Patreon.
Patreon.
I was thinking
Do
about it, but
people
like,
do that?
I don't know what I would put on there.
That's
At
the
least
thing.
for me.
Like,
News.
I don't want to do the whole like
exclusive
like
podcast.
this 10 minutes of the podcast where we actually say something interesting, you have to pay for it. Like, I don't want to, it's just more work for me too.
Exactly.
So it's like, I don't want to do that.
I don't know how you have enough content to put.
If it were my full-time job, maybe, but like, I don't have time to
I don't even know how to put on
Pods
there.
on Patreon that I've seen will do one SoundCloud free one a week and one Patreon episode a week.
Like, I get like the only one I like would understand is like Nelk Boys, where they're just like 3/4 of their stuff just gets censored, so it's like you have to. Set up
no,
something
there's
like
that would be different. Yeah.
But like for someone like me, I thought about it. I'm like, I don't even know what I put on there because not like
well, it's just like it'd be like I don't know, like you guys do like your Sinclair Johnson and Nessa Fraser one where it's like maybe a little more tame, but then this is a Patreon episode type stuff.
That's true.
But
yeah, dude,
you know,
shout out to Sinclair and Nessa for being like super vanilla on the podcast.
that's fact. Sinclair is not like I get a vibe she's not a vanilla person. Like there's
Christ,
some
no.
She popped into that one Instagram live.
Oh yeah, where I was like shotgunning a beer.
Ben was
She's
just like
always,
shotgun.
She's
And
like
but she was in there for far too long.
yeah, she's in there for way too.
Dude, Sinclair is
Like
a
it like
fucking...
dropped down to like under 20 viewers and she's still in there.
We didn't
Sinclair
meet
is
her
an
in person
instigator.
before.
Like get in the
before
chat too.
episode.
Not
That
even
was
just
the
like
problem.
there's like people will be subtle viewers and just like
lurkers.
watch when they're bored. She was getting lit in the chat too.
Yeah.
Like,
Sinclair is an instigator, that's for sure.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. And Nessa Fraser is just beautiful.
I mean, no one's gonna argue with
Shoot
that.
your shot. I mean,
Cooper
we already did that.
Cooper did it first.
Yeah.
Okay, what was one of the other final questions?
Okay, so new gen. I don't. It's kind of like a spray, a pellet spray of questions. But so you guys had the camp, you have the magazine, you got like what
doing a
you
try
got
to do
these you got these meetups
Just
like running here.
hella different shit type of stuff.
Yeah.
There's
So you got all this stuff going on. So like what
those are called business verticals.
So Adam and I, the finance bros, at least to the podcast world, I think we're finance
You
bros.
want to invest?
Yeah. So like,
Oh.
what's the investment pitch if you need money for an investor? Like what do you guys do, and what's the path to 100xing?
That we're building up athlete brands and connecting them with Generation Z, and the kind of
I used full Generation Z instead of just Gen Z. That's big time.
we're like helping to grow the sport and attract new fans, and then of course you obviously have some data to show for that. I don't know, I put together decks and whatnot with subscriber and video counts, view counts in certain time periods, and also just opening up the market for more creators and more things to come in by extending ourselves into new things. Like with the camp, it's like, okay, I won't even say that, but it's like, okay, if we do this type of thing, like then it opens it up for other people to start doing it and other brands to get in on it. But yeah, I'd say
And that it works.
what
And that just
it works. People pay attention to it.
Also,
for sure.
running is such an old head sport right now. I think.
yeah.
Where it's
It's
crazy
run by people that are far too
Gray hair.
old and far too removed from
they got pacemakers.
like pop culture.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're
We're very in tune
with pop culture.
Yeah, and we want to bring that to the sport and
Yeah.
help it grow that way.
I think like Gen Z communicates differently too.
Yeah,
For
totally.
sure,
Yeah.
I was born in you're not. We're 90s kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
You're 2000.
Yeah.
2000.
Hey, at least you're born before 9/11.
But yeah, something like
that's how
that
you know
new gen
I'm not
camp
gonna say
is
it.
like a perfect way to get young creators
For sure,
into the
for sure.
sport. And
Even
it's-
at, like,
So
camp,
what's the
and
most
teach them new skills
Exactly.
and
Oh,
open
yeah.
up the market and
Right.
whatnot and help build it up.
yeah.
Yeah. So what's the like most successful thing that you guys have done so far? Like that you like is the magazine like
I think camp.
The camp-
Honestly.
like
I think-
what's
I
exceeded
would
your
say
expectations or maybe what hasn't? Like the magazine
exceeded
the
our
camp?
expectations. This trip
Honestly, everything.
and this
It's-
trip too is huge, like just with the connections we've been able to make
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and stuff in the future. Like people, I don't know. There was because we did the camp this summer, and then we went to Boulder with like on the Hayward Magic type thing, and afterwards there was an Outside Magazine article on us, and after that,
Which was like #1 in the newsletter. My dad sent me the newsletter. I was like, "Are
Really?
these your friends?"
Wait,
I was
really?
like, yeah, on their newsletter.
That's
it was
sick.
#1. It was like the first article. And
That's
the-
honestly been so big for us. Like
'Cause a
so
lot-
many people have
after
hit
that,
us
like a
up
lot of
after
people,
that. Yeah.
and it's crazy. Like I'll look at stuff like that where it's like nothing happened, but just like the one person
Yeah,
reported
my
on
dad
it.
forwarded
Yeah.
me that email. and was like,
Your dad's a firefighter. Much
Yeah.
props to him.
yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And he was like, "These are your friends, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I took that photo." He's
All
like, "Oh,
cops are
you're actually
bad.
not just a jet."
All
degenerate."
firefighters are bad.
Bad, if you know what
That's what
I
I'm
mean.
talking about. He's on stripper fighter.
I love firefighters. That's also another thing. I'd want to be a wildland firefighter or a smoke jumper.
You got a lot of careers to take on.
They're backup plans.
All right, back to the camp thing. I think camp like actually was
it exceeded our expectations.
And for the campers, I think it was actually like a pivotal moment in like some of their lives. Like
I'm
showing,
sure.
Based on I mean, based on social media, I think.
Yeah,
so too.
like
which is honestly,
I don't know
like,
if you should base any decisions solely
those
off social
kids
media,
came
but
out
yeah,
so excited,
yes.
and somehow they left more excited. I think,
and it's
That's
just
good.
for us, like, or for, at least for me, it's like, and even with these group runs, like being able to give people these face-to-face experiences, it's like that's the most fulfilling thing in the world
for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like, I don't know, it works in some aspect, and then you're like, okay, well, how do we build on this for next year and make it even cooler and better? And also just, I don't know, with the running community in general, everyone's kind of like locked in together and wants to help grow the sport and do certain things, and is, I don't know, it's just a cool space because in the NBA and NFL and these other, in social media, everyone's like always at odds and at war with each other, but in running, everyone's lifting
and
each
there's
other
such a low barrier to entry. It's so easy to
yeah,
start.
and we're like literally getting fucking wasted doing this podcast. And,
Like,
hopefully
it's for the good of the
it's for the
sport,
culture.
man.
It's for the culture.
Hashtag
It's
it for
the
the
culture,
sport.
baby. So wait, is new gen like? Is it just you two?
It's it's
And
like
I'm pointing at Ben and Carter for people that are listening
it's,
only.
I would say it's a large array of people. I would say I handle like, you know, basically like it's kind of like my baby, but also Carter's done a lot, Joe's done a lot, Cooper. It wouldn't be where it is without Cooper and Cole and these other athletes running as fast as they have. It wouldn't
Matt
be
does a ton.
Matt Wisner does a ton with the magazine and everything. Like it's definitely a huge team effort and whatnot. But I think I also like it like that because I like getting a lot of people involved. But I would say, at the end of the day, like if there's something that comes up with like a LLC thing, like it's coming to my email. But like there's.
So you guys don't have an LLC right now?
Oh, we do.
Oh, you do. Okay.
We do. I incorporated in January. So we're,
Nice.
we're 10 months.
Dope.
Yeah, you guys are a little older than us. But,
Welcome to the LLC gang, baby.
I'm actually about to become an S
go.
corp. So
Oh, you are? Okay.
tax purposes, I got an accountant.
Taxes.
1-800accountant.com.
Hell yeah.
His name's Charles. Shout out Charles if you're listening. I got an appointment on Monday.
Well, if you want investors, you got to get in that C corp.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what an S corp is. I just know
It's similar to an LLC.
it's going to help my
it's
taxes.
similar.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man. That's also I'm not looking forward to cutting my cash in half. So
Yeah.
maybe I'll start opening up a bank account in the Cayman Islands.
Start a laundromat and just
You sort of laundromat in Ireland.
Little side hustle.
Yeah. No, I swear it's a real business. He gets one customer a year. But yeah, that's the gist of it, and I think the sky is the limit in terms of what we can do, and nothing is really off limits either. You know, like with the camp, if you would have told me a year ago we would have done a camp, I would have been like, "You're full of shit. Like it's not feasible. It's not."
You
gonna
told me
happen.
in like end of May that you were like, "Oh, we're doing a camp," and I was like, "There's no way this is gonna get pulled off."
The part for
Or
me
like-
where the camp
like
really
a
got
month.
serious was when I had to write an abuse and molestation insurance policy, and I copied the Eugene Little League one off a PDF, and I was.
Hey, that's resourceful.
And I was just like, dude.
I like it.
And I was sitting there doing this, like, this camp, if I don't work, this camp is not going to work. And that was like a big turning point, too. But yeah, I think I don't know. We're on the up and up for sure. And a lot of things are going to happen in 2022. And it's very exciting.
Yeah.
Very, very exciting.
2022 is our year.
2022 is our year.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's
There's
go.
a lot of stuff in the works.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of merchandise, too.
Like every month, I think we're gonna be able to.
Yeah,
put
I'm trying to
good
do
stuff out.
some interesting merch too, like some
Yeah.
streetwear type, some funny stuff. Like I don't know. You look at all these other things. Like Tinman was really the first group to really like. I wouldn't say revolutionize, at least in the running world, like this merch thing, like Garmin OTC, all these other things. I'm not saying your OTC. I'm saying prior to that.
I know.
Oregon Project. They would have like these little, I don't know, just their Nike stuff. But I'm trying to do like real streetwear style Supreme.
There's more freedom with what we have.
Yeah, that's also the thing.
Yeah.
It's like I answer to God and my parents and these guys. Like if I want to post something on my story roasting an athlete, nothing's gonna happen except for maybe that athlete getting pissed off. But like that's it, and rightfully so. I'm a jackass sometimes, but they deserve it.
That
Emma Coburn
50
one? Oh.
No.
Emma Coburn one was out of pocket.
It was true though,
It
bro.
was.
Like,
I had like 4 people text me about the fake Notre Dame invite roasting video.
oh, I know. So many people like.
They were like, "Where is it? Do you know anything about this? I want to watch it." I'm like, "No, it's not fucking real. It's Ben just high on his ass. We're bored in bed."
Literally.
I posted this thing where I was like, after the Notre Dame invite, because you know who Earl Sweatshirt is, the rapper?
Yeah. Yes.
Apparently, him and The Alchemist, who's a producer, like uploaded a fake or a real album onto YouTube under fake names, fake album cover, everything, and like no one's
Okay.
found it yet. And I was talking with Cooper and I was like, bro, I'm gonna post this, and it was like just uploaded a video roasting the
smart.
top 50 finishers at the Notre Dame Invitational. Like
Under fake name,
under
first
fake
person-
channel, fake names, everything. First person to finds it wins a free trip to Eugene, all expenses paid.
Yeah.
And people were like, "Yo, is this up yet?" Like sending me links. One person though did play my ass. They sent me a link and I clicked on it and it was the Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. And I was like, "Damn, you caught my like." Okay, you're
That's
above
good.
it. Like I might hire you.
That's
No.
a millennial move, though.
Yeah, it is. It is.
that's not a Gen
but
Z
so many
move.
people, so many random people like. People were texting me, like people I'm close with, and they're like, "Yo, like this person texted me trying to find the video." I'm like, "They fucking follow me? Like what?" But we're gonna actually do something like that because we got Garmin sent us some watches, and we want to.
Nice.
We don't want to do a tag 3 friends in the comments
Right.
and
I
repost
know.
on your
I
story.
hate giveaways like that.
I was like, "Okay, David Dobrik."
as I do that.
We're gonna
myself.
do like a scavenger,
We're gonna do like
social
a
media,
cryptic, hidden scavenger.
That's
hunt.
more fun.
yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And like people are really gonna like get into it, and then hopefully they want to go
like go through multiple like
Accounts,
social media
some
platforms.
Finstas,
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea. We have a year long of like working with Pit Viper sunglasses.
Dude, that's
And
that's sick.
we can do a giveaway every month. Damn. And so we're trying to think of something that's
Like
not the
fi-
same bullshit as
You
always.
should be like, oh, find this specific comment. On
Like, we were
Gotta
gonna-
do
we were gonna
one month's
Pornhub.
gotta be a shotgun contest.
we were
Dude,
gonna
dude,
yeah. Oh,
dude.
yeah. Okay, that's
Fastest
good.
shotgun.
Yeah.
Gotta be that one month.
Yeah, and just get
That's
everyone
a
to
good-
share,
that's a-
and you
that's
have
a
to
really
just
good
like
one.
post. Actually, that
Yeah, take a
that's
video
an
with
indirect
the-
way to
with-
get followers because
Take,
it's like
take a
post
video
it
with
on your
the
Insta or your
take a video with their stopwatch right here, and whoever is the fastest.
Yeah,
0.1 Billy Saveco
Yeah.
pulls up.
tag us in it. Actually, that's a fucking good idea.
That's a
okay,
good
well,
idea.
there we go. We're
Jamie,
we're
write
doing
that down.
business right now.
Hey, Jamie.
We're doing
This
business.
is a business meeting.
It's a tax write-off. These are all the tax write-offs.
I mean, fuck, I'll expense the Uber down here. It's
The
a tax
Uber, the
write-off.
beer.
What's
I
now?
mean,
What's the
government's paying
Beer
for that.
Mile Media business model? What's the end goal for business? Beer Mile
Have fun
Media?
and hope that the money comes, baby.
It'll come. It'll come.
No, I mean, so we own the website beermile.com now, and that's like the official results database. It's not like monetized really. We have some like affiliate stuff on there, but I mean, we're losing money on it basically.
Hey,
one of the
gotta
GoPros.
lose some to win some.
But what's up?
That was one of the GoPros.
I've definitely
Two
lost mine
dead
before.
now.
Yeah.
The
So-
phone.
I don't know. I mean, like anything, I think if you just get enough people following whatever
for
you're
sure.
doing,
Yeah.
then you'll figure it out.
The beer
And
mile,
that's
I think,
kinda-
has a potential to go like beyond running too.
yeah,
and that's I think that's our play more so, and like why
you
we
gotta
don't
get
wanna
on the
only-
Craig. You gotta sponsor the Craig Big Cat thing.
Yeah. Oh
Whenever
yeah.
that
For
happens,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
God, the
For
amount
sure.
of the amount of texts I got after Craig was on
Big Cat.
part of my take
Yeah.
with Big Cat. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, like you should either you should get him on. I'm like, yeah, we did.
He's been there, done that.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, dude, you should like put
Get
on a
Big
beer
Cat.
mile
You
with
should get Big
Barstool.
Cat
And I'm
on.
like, yeah, fucking great idea.
Portnoy.
You would love
Little
yeah,
sass.
sure. Let's do it.
Little sass.
You guys know who Lil
You gotta
Sass
get him
is?
back on. the
No.
pod.
Oh,
Oh, he's
Yeah,
like
we should do
Yeah.
a return. We should.
Well, I mean,
Chris
we just
Shaw
got to
is a
open a
big
pizza
son of a boy
shop.
dad
That's our best
fan.
chance getting
Really?
Dave Portnoy.
gotta text him about that.
Of course he
Do
is.
a pizza
too.
review.
Yeah. All right.
Got any words of wisdom?
Yeah.
Just to close it out.
How do we close this thing out?
There's
What's your-
leaders and there's followers. Do something different. Follow your heart, and follow the vision that you have. But yeah, most importantly, follow your heart and be a
good.
leader.
That's good.
Do things differently.
Mic drop.
ASMR.
Anyone else wanna dive on the closeout train here, or ask any
Joe Carter.
or spicy questions or like the hottest take that you have? That also counts as words of wisdom.
Yeah, true.
Hottest take that I have? I don't care about Emma Coburn working at the Cranberry Bogs.
I like that's hype. my wife said that like this morning. I swear to God.
Like, we do not care.
My wife was literally like, "Oh yeah, I forgot Emma does that whole thing with Joe's family." I'm like, who gives a shit?
Oh, Joe, they got the cranberry truck out the door in under 40 minutes. Let's fucking go.
Dude,
I did not need to see the splits for that. I'm
there's
sorry.
a future in like 20 years where there's like legal gambling on the Coburn farm. Like, oh, when are they getting the truck out? Oh shit, over under.
Over under are these Stevenson cranberries. What's the Bossard Boggs harvest looking like this
But it
year?
worked. Our marketing worked because look at that. You know the name of the cranberries.
No, that was like a random. I don't know.
It was Stevens. I
It
remember.
actually was.
Yeah.
Oh damn! Hey, you remember too?
I know.
Yeah.
That shit's kind of entertaining. I don't know.
I'm just like, you're so out of touch. And then there's like probably some like old like 50-year-old dude who's married and has kids who's just like, overalls look nice on you. Like,
Oh yeah. Publicly commenting on Facebook.
yeah.
cut this right here, and cut.
Yeah, no, literally. Yeah.
Cut. Damn, let's go get some beers.
I'm
Let's
down.
go get
let's
some
get
beers. Yeah.
All right.
I'll the closeout words of wisdom. I'll reiterate. If
Follow your heart.
you're drinking and talking to people, it's a business meeting, and it's gonna
Light it
add
off.
value to the world. So that's what we're doing right now, and that's why we're gonna close out and go have some beers.
Do you know that toast to honor?
Yeah. Well, not off the top of my head, but I've heard it. Yeah. I can't recite it.
How does it end?
Honor, I barely know her. That was terrible. Sorry, it was better with Hawker.
Hawker, barely know her.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done, people.
Whole Cocker.
Oh my god.
That is a Trex thing.
That is so true.
The guy who came up with that is like a 50-some-year-old guy who's the reason I got the fucking camp going.